Hey, welcome back to Matchball Grid. That song, I don't remember saying that was a good idea. Apologies for that one, I guess. We'll get rid of it soon. How's everyone doing? I was really surprised. I was like, I don't remember ever hearing that song in my life. And yet now we all have to listen to it. So that's good. Baza, how's it going? How's everyone doing? Happy Thursday. It is the 17th. That song was a bop. You liked it? I generally don't like songs for the beginning of the stream that have lyrics in them because it's probably bad. What are you saying? Did I just miss the beginning of it? That was because at the end the guy was just saying ecstasy over and over again, and I wasn't feeling it. How's it going, Gumbeak? Frank, what up? Hey, Andre, how you doing? How's everyone Thursday? It is. I am 1 day away from the Christmas holidays. I got a couple weeks off. We are staying at home for it. Maddie and I are staying in, so I'm not seeing the family for Christmas, which is a thing I've never done before, but it's been a year. I'll be okay. And I'm really close. I'm really close to that holiday. I taste it, smell it, feel it. It's gonna be good. It's gonna feel good. Holiday jingle you have it extra catchy from the last stream. Yo, Thanos, that holiday jingle is actually, it kind of slaps a lot. I was listening to it and Maddie's like, yo, that sounds like anime. Like, that sounds like Christmas anime. And then I'm into it. And I'm not actually sure what anime sounds like. Baza said Excalibur is back, even if only briefly, and this fills me with joy. Yo, that's like it's an interesting take, because I think Excalibur is probably the most boring addition to that list, because it feels like Excalibur existed here like 2 weeks ago, right? Why are you so excited about it? Giles, what up? Been a while. Yo, has. Hope everyone's been well. I've been good. I hope you've been good. It's been okay. We got some stuff to talk about today. There's some shakeups in the world of Netrunner. We have a new format of source. How How's it going, man? Song was kind of a bop. I don't like it. How's it going though? Yo, what up? How you been, Stoppable? Anime can sound like anything. Plenty of good songs out there. I think it was just kind of like really light and like high energy. I don't know. I don't know what we pigeonhole anime into. I'm not too big into anime, so I'm not actually sure. I'm not the one to know. This is the deck list of the week on Netrunner DB, and it is from Throwback Format, which again is a tournament we hosted on this channel. You can go back and watch the VOD. It was like, what, 2 weeks ago now? It was a really good time. This is Sokka's list, who, well, I guess we can't hide how Sokka did, but a very good showing from a very talented player. And we can't play it because it's in a different format. But we're going to talk about a different format in a second once we settle down. Biggest issue is it wasn't a Scoopsmith jingle. Wait, Sads, what do you mean? Firstly, Netrunner scoops are something I think we want. I don't know if we're going to get them for Christmas. It'd be nice. Even for Hanukkah, I think we got 1 day left. We can get a nice gift in there, I think. I think we have 1 day left of Hanukkah. I did hear, was it Adam who did the song? Because I heard the song. I think Adam sung that? Does anybody know what I'm talking about here? I'm pretty sure it's Adam. It's not the only thing I'm excited about, but I love that card and I want to try it in Earth Station. Adam did one. Okay, so it was Adam. Yes. Then did another with his wife? That I haven't heard. I'm not sure which one I've heard. Seds, can you explain what it was? Because I listened to it entirely out of context. I think it was like a Reddit link or something. And it was very confusing, but also very lovely. Earth Station. Okay, so we'll talk about Excalibur in a bit. So I'm going to do a video, I think this weekend, and try and release it to talk about the new... I never know what the format's called. All the format names like Throwback and like Salvage, like they all sound the same to me. And I'm really struggling trying to figure out what they are. You probably listened to the first. There's another. Okay, how can we share this with more people? For those who don't know Adam's a lovely guy. I think he does the, if I'm not mistaken, like organized play support, helps up here from Toronto. He's been super helpful to a lot of people. Apparently he has a song about Scoopsmiths in Netrunner lore and world. There's a new set called Salvaged Memories. I had to look it up. Yeah, Baza, right? It's a new set. Okay, so we're gonna jump to the music. YouTube. Wait, it's on YouTube? Okay. I'm opening a YouTube video. I don't think that's how it works. Shit, how does YouTube work? What are we opening? Okay, we'll open the radio and then we'll put that in. All I Want for Scoopsness on SAFCON galore. Main vocals, Jay Frosho, backing vocals. Okay, so that El Zilcho is Adam, right? Backing trap riff from Mariah Carey. All I Want for Scoopsness. I don't want a lot for Scoopsness. There's just one card I need. Oh my god. You can even reband 0. I'm just going to keep on stacking counters like there's no tomorrow. Oh man, this is great. Okay, I need to give this a listen. I don't know if we're going to do it on stream because I don't know how that works. But that's awesome. Yo, what up? Andre, please play some 3x Scorch Cybernetics Division tonight. Okay, thanks. Yeah, we'll talk about that in a second. How's it going? You don't need to play Cybernetics, do you? Why would you need to play Cybernetics? You could though. The only thing I built so far is a janky E3 Pirate Haley with Palangi Deus lol. Fun times. Yo, E3 feedback implants. Okay, let's stop beating around the bush and get to it. But E3 feedback implants was the card I kept saying. Like, oh man, in Throwback, I wish somebody played this because I think there's some cool combos. And now we get to see whether I can put my money where my mouth was. I don't think so. But we'll figure it out. I think E3 is definitely an easy include, especially because it works really well with, I don't know, Geist lists, but I guess more with Geist lists that run a different Geist list, not like the German Geist list, but something more with like Kongaman and Gabali. I'm not getting a haircut this year, I've decided, and I have to live with that, and it upsets me very greatly. Yo, Antoine, what up? How you doing? Seems good in Geist or Adam? Yeah, Adam's fine. Like, well, actually, wait, why do you want to do it in Adam? Because of Always Be Running? Do you ever want to play Always Be Running? Port Valley also, how's it going? Hey, happy Thursday. How you doing? Time for some Overmind E3 Adam. Yeah, I forgot Overmind is real. I guess that's the Adam reason, right? That's a good Adam reason. How's it going, fellow Netrunner simps? Oh, Alex. Yeah, I think you can't say that on Twitch anymore. I think that's against the TOS. I think they flagged certain words as being not cool. I haven't read the whole article, but I think we can't say that word. Okay. How's it going, by the way, Alex? Let's talk about this. So firstly, Nisei put out some articles this week. This is always good news. Let me shrink my face. That's not the right box. I probably should just make set scenes so I don't have to keep doing this. Okay, so Nisei firstly came out, well, in reverse order. There's a 2020 World Celebration Pack, which is kind of cool. There's a bunch of cards. Some of them are even signed virtually by Limes themselves, and it's these cards here, and they have alternate art. A lot of them have alternate art. I think besides like Poemo and Vacheron have zoomed in art, and I guess Hoshiko. But that's pretty cool. For those who don't know, who are newer to the game, Fantasy Flight Games would release, they did this for I think 3 years, maybe 4 years. They would release the world's winning deck list as a standalone product, which is actually a really cool product and was very easy to recommend back in the day because you get a lot of cards, like a lot of different cards, and you get a very competitive deck, obviously, and you get a lot of the good cards that people wanted extra copies of, right? Because the deck ran 3 account siphons, so now you have more account siphons. They were also full bleed arts, which were nice. But this is really cool that Nisei is doing something similar to this. I don't know, are they up already? Oh yeah, today from both Make Playing Cards and Drive Through. So if you want some cards from Worlds, that's pretty cool. Go get that stuff. Celebrate the Worlds, come on. Yo, what up, Phil? Yeah, that's actually pretty dope. Also, that's the joke. Also the alt art, yeah. Yeah, apparently, yeah, we can't say that word anymore. That's fine. I don't think I've ever said that word. Twitch banned the word? Yeah, I'm pretty sure they did. Okay. That's cool. You want to get that? That stuff exists. Drive-through cards or Make Playing cards. And again, if you're at any of these websites, at least for Canada, the shipping on drive-through cards is pretty bad. Make Playing cards has a bit better shipping. From my understanding, I think drive-through cards is a more favorable economic situation for the Nisei team. Citation needed. But at either of these websites, you can throw in more cards with the order to save some money. So you can go and get some more Nisei cards, or there's a lot of artists from the Netrunner community that have stores on Make Playing cards. So you can go ahead and get some of those cards on their own. Like Cat has their own cards. Go check out Cat's cards. And then on the drive-through cards, you can go get Doomstown stuff. Oh, wow. He knows what I want. What are these? Oh, they're custom cards. Okay, don't get these. They're not tournament legal. But you can get a promo kit, and then you can get some Doomtown stuff. Doomtown actually has like starter decks and stuff on here. It's really good. Try Doomtown out. It's great. Anywho, that's not the big news. That's cool, though. That's definitely really cool. And this is probably a bit of the bigger news. Jazz, here's what I got with E3 if you want to take a look. It's probably better in another ID. Cool. I'll open that up. So NPC is not terrible to Canada, but drive-through is awful. Yeah, drive-through is really bad to Canada. And I think it also uses the sort of post that gets stopped at the border and has a bigger chance of getting duties called on it, if I'm not mistaken. Drive-through is really, really, really bad. I've been interested to try and dip into it one time because that's the only place you can get Doomtown promos, but I don't know. Do you recommend Doomtown or Arkham more? They're entirely different things. Arkham is a solo or cooperative game that is narrative based, and it's kind of similar to a mixture between a cooperative board game and even in some extent an RPG, while also still having like deck building stuff into it. It's massively expensive to get into, unfortunately, but you don't have to get everything. But it's still a very expensive game considering some of the other options in that same bracket. Doomtown is one of the coolest 1v1 competitive chess sort of table fighting games. It's really hard to describe, but it's all about positionality and movement, and then combat's very tense and it's about posturing and tactics, and it's really cool, but they're nothing alike. That's very true. No E3 for you. What have E3 to do with this? Okay, anyways, I can't say that. This is announcing Salvaged Memories. So two things have happened. Firstly, Nisei thought they'd be getting out new content much sooner than they're going to end up getting new content out. And of course, 2020 is a hell of a year. I don't understand anybody who had plans that hadn't had those plans horribly altered due to what's going on this year. So we're looking at new cards as of Q1 of 2021. But that means that we're going to have a long time where the meta is going to be, firstly, to some extent solved. Like we had Worlds. So people kind of pulled out the best of the best, and we know what that looks like. And our most wanted list change, the last one we have, it wasn't that big, but things have kind of calmed down, and we're not going to have a mix up to the meta for a while. And there's not even any tournaments going on right now, right? Like we're kind of between competitive seasons and GNK seasons. But that being said, you can organize whatever the heck you want on your own. So they decided to mix it up and to give us something different to play with for that while. So basically, they're announcing a new format. I think it's a new format or just a new set. And I think that's just standard legal, so it's still standard. This is legal as of tomorrow, and it's called Salvaged Memories. And the long of the short is very similar to Throwback. And if you played Throwback or watched Throwback, like the tournament we have before, it's the same idea old cards are coming back. So they have allowed 18 cards into the standard format. And not only are these cards, these are arguably, not all of them, some of the strongest cards to ever be in Netrunner. And this is all stuff that's rotated, which is really cool. If you miss playing with these old cards, it obviously opens up new plans. And what I'm most excited to some extent is to hear and to talk to people who never played these cards because they've only started playing Netrunner recently and these are brand new cards to them. I would love to hear people who have that experience playing with these cards and against these cards and understanding what they think about it. This reminds me about something that I want to know if maybe some of the Canadian players might know a bit more about this. Sokka, how long has Sokka been playing Netrunner for? Because I feel like it's not that long. And that's not a slight, because Sokka is obviously incredibly competitive, but like Sokka is a newer name to the competitive scene. The big question I wanted to ask is, did Sokka have to play against Jackson Howard for the first time during this tournament in Throwback? Because that's awesome. That's really cool. And that's what I'm interested to see in these sort of formats, is now people are going to have to play against SanSan City Grid for the first time to see how that works out. I wish they gave Shaper Levy back. Yeah, this is actually also an interesting exercise. So the idea is that each faction brought back 2 cards, which if you had to do this yourself and look at all the rotated cards and be like, which 2 cards would you brought back, how close you would got to this, honestly, I would have been pretty far different, at least on some of them, like HB and Jinteki. No, I wouldn't have done anything like that. Even Criminal, like, I think that's just safer picks more than anything. Anarch, I'm surprised at how good it is. But this is the idea, is that every faction and neutral has brought back 2 cards from rotated sets, and now they can play them. And you can play them for, I think it's going to be like a couple months until the new cards come out. And then these will rotate out once we get the new stuff, the new 2021 system gateway, and then whatever that stuff is called. I never know the names of those stuff. They're all very technical. He's told the Hippo some stories that probably date to before rotation, I believe. Sokka, that is. Oh, Solemn. Okay, cool. Okay, maybe so he has played against Jackson. But there's a chance there's a lot of people in the tournament that had to play against Jackson for the first time, which is so impressive. Super hard to select only 2 cards. If anyone wants, I would love to hear anybody's list of like what 2 you'd pick for each faction. So, Jao says I started at a Rev Core, but I've played a lot of Eternal. Okay, if you played a lot of Eternal, that makes sense. Levy with Faust, I think you could bring back Levy and Faust would still be okay, but the problem is like you don't have consistent card draw with Faust like you used to. So I think even if you brought back Levy, like Faust would be good, but we're seeing no Faust now. If Faust was slightly better, I don't think I'd be upset. Okay, so I think I'm gonna record a video this weekend and do like one of those like longer 1 hour where we go through everything and talk about the possibilities of everything. And because we're gonna be diving in today and playing some of these decks to start. I'm just gonna give you my quick thoughts to not spend too much time on it. Anarch has medium, which is absolutely terrifying. The issue is that when I see this list, I'm thinking it's like Throwback, and I think like, oh, if they pick medium, they're not gonna be picking 2 other cards on this list or something like that. And for what it's worth, I don't think that matters too much. But the fact that any Anarch can play medium now is actually pretty terrifying. Whether Anarchs are going to be running more medium than Stargate, I honestly don't know. I feel like there's so much virus hate right now. Like everybody has virus hate, and medium is only really good if you can run R&D multiple times across multiple turns for really cheap. And that generally needs ice destruction, and I'm not convinced Parasite is as good as it used to be. So we'll see if this actually catches on to be that big of a deal. For what it's worth, Parasite is much better than Shizzle, and also like Simulchip is much better at interacting with those cards than in theory than Clone Chip did, to some extent. Not entirely, but to some extent it can be cheaper. But I don't know, like back in the day we used to play a lot of low strength ice with Parasite, and we don't do that anymore. Like if you look at, I don't know, some of the like Jinteki, Semi-Glacier, Lacosta decks, like the lowest strength ice they have is like a single Macrophage at 0, and then everything else is like 4+. So Parasite's going to need a lot of support, and that being said, there's a lot of support in faction, but like I'm not that scared of Parasite right now, and I can't wait until I play online and see how upset I'm going to be about it. Medium with Contaminate seems scary, just likely Axis 4. The thing is, like, Roketha, yo, firstly, what's up? I don't know about that sort of stuff, because, like, you're entirely right. Like, Medium with Contaminate seems really scary. But that's, like, it's better than Maker's Eye. But, like, back in the day, we used to have Surge, and nobody played it. But, like, Surge is a lot worse than Contaminate, that's for sure. I don't know. That's interesting. That's a good point. You Axis 3? Well, wouldn't you Axis 4 because you get a counter after you Axis? You build a slightly better Makers? No, but it's way much better than a Makers, right? Because now they have to purge. right? It's a Makers with additional threat either that turn or continued. So it's better than Makers, but it's multi-card setup, you know. Medium plus Knob Curie. Yeah, medium plus Knob Curie is definitely good. That's definitely good. I just know if it's better than anything, right? Like that's kind of similar to an R&D interface, and people don't even play R&D interface that well. Border Control 1 is a good target. Yo, Alexander, what's up? Border Control 1 is definitely a fine target. It's not a bad target whatsoever. But like that's the thing, is the amount of low strength ice that people play, it is not that big. Border Control is a big thing. Tour Guide, if people are still playing Tour Guide, and they might because this is a thing, that's really good. Whether people are going to be playing Next Silver, and this part actually I really don't like. I'm really upset with this, but this is my personal opinion. We'll be talking about that in a second, I guess. But Next Silver, if people play it, that's a target. But like there's no Merkakugo. Everything else, like yeah, it's actually really good to like Parasite Thimble Rig, because otherwise Anarch's breaking that for 3 a pop with Black Orchestra. Like, you can't afford that. But a lot of the ice is a lot stronger. Like, good luck parasiting an Engram Flush, he says, and then realizes Data Sucker's really easy to work with. I don't know. Marco J, how's it going, by the way? I missed that. Hey. Macrophage is 7 strength. Yeah, Whitest. Yeah, it's going to take a while to get up there, but you can do it. Yeah, Whitest also Thimble Rig 0 is pretty good. Contaminate also seems good on Turtle if we're going that route. Yeah, nobody's done it, though. No one really does that. That's the problem. It's like, it seems good, but nobody does it. But maybe we're all just wrong. We should be doing it. Lotus Field used to be good ice just to counter Parasite. Yeah, Lotus Field, well, actually no. Lotus Field was good ice not to counter Parasite, but to counter Yogg. Yogg Sucker was more prevalent. Having, like, it's like Magnet never really saw play, even when Parasite was really popular. It's just not good. I don't know whether that worth anything. Yeah, medium versus target's a very interesting decision. That's the biggest deal, I think, because if you can run R&D multiple times by taking the ice down, if you can make it really cheap and really easy, like an open R&D with medium is so strong, way stronger, obviously, than Stargate. But the problem is like getting to that point. And even just seeing like how this exists is how that's going to impact the Corpse play strat. Like, are they going to ice R&D turn 1? Because like in theory, you're a weekend to Stargate, but like if someone Stargates you turn 1, it's their economy probably sucks. Contaminate only works on what already has a virus, right? No, it's, yeah, that was Surge. Contaminate's straight from 0. Somebody was going around playing baddie with Next Ice early on JNet. Seems spooky. Yo, the Pickwin, that is my big issue with Next Ice, that I really don't like the design on Next Ice. And let's dive into that for a second. Yo, Lumilla, how's it going? Yo, what up? Welcome. I think you do Knob, Parasite, Medium, Suckers, Contaminate, but then Real Breakers rather than Turtle or Yusuf so you can't get locked out. Yeah, I think that's fine. I don't think you ever rely on just virus breakers. You always probably run real breakers, or you just run Ngolo and like you're good. Like you have 2 bases covered, although the MU can be a bit much. Does medium work with Omar? Yeah. Medium's not a replacement effect. Medium just says when you access R&D. You can Omar medium all you want. And that's Val. Let's just play Val, right? Let's also not forget the new Cipher. There's no new Cipher. The new Cipher is not good. The new Cipher is just as good with Chisel. Okay, Next Ice. Oh, here, I'll look at this. We still have this open. Next Ice is really stupid. I really don't like Next Ice. I really don't like Next Ice. Medium with Mind's Eye combo. Oh, that's cool. Mind's Eye needs more play. What's a big list of old cards you're looking at? Oh, no, welcome to this. This is Salvaged Memories. These cards are now legal in standard format until the new set comes out, which is like in I don't know, maybe 2 months. As of tomorrow, these cards are all legal. What? Yeah. They announced that this week. I don't know if you're not tuning into Nisei's like Twitter or just check this page regularly. We have a Slack and somebody always like notices and puts this up. You might miss this. If you're on Reddit, it's easy too. Yeah, legal medium. Yeah, legal medium, no restrictions. It's like what? 2 influence. It's like really easy. 3. Okay, a bit better. Parasite's 2 for some reason. Yo, Lopair, what up, dude? What are you most excited? This seems like good Lopair Netrunner. People should join green level clearance Discord. Yo, Cook, yeah, they definitely should. Okay, cool. Let's talk about Next Ice. Next Ice is dumb. I really don't like Next Ice. Why do I not like Next Ice? A couple things. If you're new to Next Ice, which Next Ice still legally exists in the format right now, Next Ice gets stronger the more res Next Ice you have. So what this does, it basically, okay, firstly, it should be stronger than ever just on the basis, very, very, very stupidly, without any external figuring out what the meta looks like and how bad some of this ice is, there's more next ice than there ever was. And you're assuming the next ice was balanced with how much legal next ice was in the pool, and we just threw that out the window. That's fine. Next ice is probably not that good, but now we have all of it. So we have a bunch of next ice, and each next ice gets stronger. Hold on, Lopair put an image, safe for stream. Yeah, the most powerful Netrunner card ever printed is back. I'm playing it tonight. Let's see how it goes. Okay. The idea with next dice is that it gets stronger the more next dice you have rezzed. And that's kind of an issue, because the way that I see it, at least, is if you don't run ice destruction, and again, ice destruction classically was a really big thing in Netrunner. It was way more prevalent than it is now. Mostly now you just see hippo, but back then parasite was like something you're expecting to see in 1 in every 2 games. Low strength ice with this was actually a liability. Like parasiting a next silver, you did a good job that day. That was pretty common. You would just trash all of these and that would keep down the power level of the next dice. But that's not going to happen. So now we run into a couple things that makes me miserable. Firstly, all the lists running next dice are just going to run all the ice. So it's just creativity thrown out the window. And like, that's a weird thing to say, considering every single HB deck competitively has the same ice suite for like the last a year. But still, throw that all out the window, and you're just gonna put all this shit in there, and it's gonna be it's all gonna be homogenous. But then it's gonna punish you for running. And this is the part with next dice that was really annoying, especially when you used to play criminal, is they would ice up all their servers, they'd get all their shit rezzed, Surat City Grid or nothing, and then it'd all be rezzed, and then the mistake you made was being aggressive and running. Like, you interacting with them made them stronger and pushed you out of the game. So the best thing you can do is like play control. And that's really, I don't know, boring to me. This is all my thing. But the biggest issue 100% of the time now is that the only really good strat that's associated with next dice is this one, is res a bunch of next dice, get next gold, fire Marcus Batty, kill the runner in 1 hit. That's it. It's like super linear. It's, if you have Marcus Batty tech, which is really hard to have Marcus Batty tech, you can't pull up a Marcus Batty, you die. And Trash X programs like that also can be just a game win too if you're playing like a criminal. Like, that's the whole game plan. Just ice up everything, and then eventually they run Batty and they die. And it is so boring to me. This is just my opinion, and it absolutely winds me up in a bad way. Don't like it, not excited for this. People love next dice. People love it. I don't know why. It's so boring. Good Devinder time. Yeah, I guess so, right? Yeah, what do they call that? Like linear design? Type of synergy is a bore. Yeah, Game Grump. Yeah, I think so. But it's like, it's just such a linear win. It's just very little happens. They just ice up everything. Then the more you run, the worse it is for you, because their shit gets stronger. And then once they have that at least 6 next dice, and again, they can res their own stuff. You run, you lose Marcus Batty, GG. You played bad. No, you didn't. You didn't. You lost to Batty. This subroutine is such a big deal. I like Next Wave 2. Yo, that's another thing. Next Wave 2, that does brain damage, right? Next Wave 2, and this is kind of an issue with the next dice. None of this shit makes sense anymore. Like, this used to be the next dice, bronze and silver. They made sense. On their own, they were okay, and they got better. And then they had next gold, which was like big and scary. But then all these other next dice do wildly different things. Like next time, it's hard to remember what they do, which is a weird complaint. But it's very easy to look at most Netrunner ice and have some idea of what it does based off of like the card name and the art. All this stuff is super random. Well, not random, but it's like super abstract. It's very abstract, which is fine for like cyberspace stuff. That's fine. That's okay, right? But the idea is that now they all do different things. Like a bunch of them end the run, then a bunch of them do like card recycling. This lets you install cards. This one does brain damage. This one does net. Like, this also is very difficult for me. Out of like, if someone asked me what's on next time and what's on next gold, I couldn't tell you which one's which. I've been playing this game for years. I still can't tell which one's which. Which is, again, these are my problems I have with it, but whatever. The Surat City Mega Res, where they res everything on every server at once, is cool to watch. Yeah, it's neat. It's neat. Then they have everything up and you've lost the game because it cost you 16 credits for a single access, and you have to beat Marcus Batty at some point. I don't know. I'm real salty about this next stuff, which is really weird because these are innocuously boring cards. If you ask me about HB, like, I think they just didn't want to give HB any power cards. I think there probably are a lot of HB power cards that could have rotated back, but like HB has been top of the competitive scene now for the whole year, so Just give him ice, I guess. Hey, you like mill decks? That's not even Netrunner. Mill decks are cool. Mill decks are interactive. Mill decks asks your opponent to look at the board and do something, and they have to play this like high risk game. Wait, I'm explaining Marcus Batty. No, mill decks are fine. Just play SanSan City Grid and Asa? Yeah, but that's kind of the issue. Play SanSan City Grid in anything, it's probably nutty. Although the gold is now also kind of bad. Gold is, well, it doesn't matter if you have baddies. Gold kind of bad. I forget this is a card. That's a reasonable card. It looks bad. Anything with 2 subroutines that's high strength looks bad. The numbers on this look awful. But like, that's the idea. You play this because they can just die. Cool. Okay, so we're gonna be playing this tonight. Sorry, 1 second. I'm kind of sad that Deja Vu is gone because I'd love to do Contaminate, Gravedigger, Parasite type shenanigans against a next deck. Yeah, you can actually do a bit of that. Like, you have to do Labor Rights, which is fine. It's a bit slower. You can always play Buffer Drive. For what it's worth, the more good viruses you have, the more reasonable the Nihilist is. And the Nihilist, in some extent, is meant to be a wild side, so I don't know. Parasite is back. Let's play an 8 strength, 8 res 4 strength sentry. But none of that matters if they mark as bad at you. Like, you just die. It doesn't matter how many parasites you have. Yeah, I don't know. Okay. Again, I'd be very interested to know how many people haven't played about this. Oh, 1 second. This guy talking trash about next ice. He has Flatlines Star Jam with Foundry Grail Merlin. Okay, so Loper is in chat. Loper is an incredibly competitive Netrunner player, and he shows up comes to Montreal to play some store championships. That's cool. That's cool. It's not a far drive. Ottawa is 2 hours away. It's nice to have people come in from Ottawa. Never going to be upset about that. Loper is a nice dude. Always nice to have him around. And it's my first tournament. I'm getting good there. I got wait, no, this is actually a different tournament. Shit. But like, I'm working on that playmat. I'm new. I'm like combo janktastic at this point. Like, I want to get things to work. And so I'm playing the Foundry, and Alex, I don't know what Alex thinks. He's like, I don't know what this young kid is doing. And the Foundry, it's bad. People don't really play this. And then this was right when what's it called? The Anarch and Wayland one. Order and Chaos came out. So the twins come out. And so Loper's like, I'm gonna run your ice. I don't know, I'm noise. It's fine. And so with the twins, so okay, this was the combo, right? Merlin. You res a Merlin. You use Grail, the Foundry ability, to pull another Merlin out of your deck. You're guaranteed 4 net damage Merlin. Sick. But I already had a Merlin in hand. So I res a Merlin, pull my 3rd Merlin. I already have a 2nd Merlin. I show him 6 net damage. And then, because you have it in hand, you twins them. And then they have to go through it again. And it still gains another subroutine because you still have 1 left. And then you do it 1 more time. And it's worth noting that this keeps it for the whole run. Not for the encounter, for the whole run. So Lopera figured out what it was like 30. What's the math? It's like 6 plus 10 plus 12. I won that game, and I'm a competitive gamer now. So let's go. I'll see you maybe out of a Vitruvius token. I don't know if I went that far. I'd be really happy if young Netrunner Andre figured that one out. But it was a good day. It was a good day. I've never won against Loper since. I'm pretty sure. It feels like that. And a lot of them are on camera too. So you can watch them. Andre, do you think we'll have Tuesday games again on Jinteki? Oh, like a GNK? Yeah, I think we will. I think we should run something. Normally somebody else was running it, but they don't have the time. So I think I ran the last one. I think I need to do it again. And I think this list is a really good reason to do it again. Just so we get more stuff in there. Yo, Parallel, what's up? I was on Gravedigger Darwin Noise. Yeah, you were on, no, you were on, what's it called? You were on the one that you can't advance agendas. That one's so annoying. I really want the Nihilist to be a good card. I miss Noise. Yeah, it's a card that gives the opponent a choice, so it's doomed to be not great. But it's fun. It's fun at least. Yeah, Shikana. Yeah, you were on that Shikana. It's called the Kana Whoopat. No, it's pretty well. It's like the highest rated Noise deck on JNet by a big margin. You knew how to make friends back there. Okay. So this is where we are. We're gonna be playing with these cards for a while. I think a lot of them are pretty strong. I'm like surprised again about this next day stuff. I'm honestly very interested. What do y'all think about this? Because, like, looking back, for those who don't know, again, from the history, Prepaid Voice Pad specifically comboed with Lucky Find, and then specifically on top of that, comboed with Kate McCaffrey from the original core set, was one of the strongest decks for a big while. And the idea is that her 1 credit per turn for hardwares or programs would let you install this, and then this would give you 1 credit a turn, so you could play like Lucky Find, and you could do some really good stuff. Now, I don't think that's good anymore. Like, 2 clicks for 6 is obviously great. The game is not the same as it was back then, for better or worse. This is 2 influence. Now, Prepaid Voice Pad is suspicious because, like, I'm pretty sure if you just squint a bit, so I don't know. I'm not sure about this one, guys. Seki's pretty good. Prepaid Voice Pad kind of feels bad when you pay 2 credits for it. Yeah, I know. I'll get my orb. Those are totally not the same. One's obviously green. Oh, sorry. Okay, hold on. Well, hold on. We'll fix it. Ah. Why did Cyber Feeder not catch on? Prepaid does have a couple influence. It saves you a couple influence. That's cool. You got to work so much harder for this. Prepaid Bravado is pretty good too. But do you know what's good? Money. You can use this money for anything, even if you don't do anything. Ooh. Why not both? Sure, why not both? But then, like, why both? Right? Like, there's probably something better you can do with this, because this actually takes a lot of package associated with it. Some of the good stuff that was attached to Prepaid Voice Pads is that allowed you to play more expensive events than you were normally happy to play, right? Like, Lucky Find is not that big of a deal. It's a double. But the idea is that firstly, you could play Lucky Find at 0 if you had 3 Prepaid Voice Pads. That was cool. You could spend all your money. You could steal a NAPD contract, and you could still burst up to 9 where they thought they had a window. That's really cool. On top of that, you also had other stuff like quality time, which you could pay 0 credits to draw 5. That's sick. And then the most important one was Levy. My mouse is actually broken. I can't click or drag. I work in video. It's really frustrating. Levy AR Lab Access also was a really big deal because this used to be a pretty big tempo hit, but then you're playing it for not only 2 credits, but then all your events go back into your deck. And even at that point, even on top of that, your deck was mostly events because you install all your programs, you install all your hardware. So it was just like clone chips and a bunch of events. So you're like just all gas, no brakes. That being said, oh, this little green orb's only 1 influence, isn't it? I don't know. And so somebody said in chat, I'm gonna scroll up a bit, but prepaid as. Yeah, prepaid as is kind of the idea, right? Like, that's the McCaffrey lineage, but like nobody's prepaid is a bit more generous, but I feel like you could just play public terminal. Nobody does that though. And I guess run events like is not as flexible, but this is even cheaper. I don't know. Does anything meta steal from your credit pool? No. Diversion as a runner? No. As a corp, diversion, lamprey, define meta, I guess. MU's a little problem for slots though? Well, yeah, you're right. Like, this is slotless. It's just hardware. But people don't struggle with this. Like, you're right. Maybe people make sacrifices and they can't tell. Like, maybe in criminal you can't run your sneak door. But like at the end of the day, most people are playing either like Amina, Paperclip, and 1 killer and a console, and they're good, or they're running Ngolo, and then they're good. Economic warfare. Oh yeah, economic warfare. And reversed accounts. Yeah, no, as a runner, there's a bunch. Market forces. Yeah. Yeah, no, there are a couple. Excuse me. Why am I saying no? Bravado costing 0 is nice, but yeah, but Rizeki turn 1 is real good. Clearly the answer is 3x career fair plus 3x artist. Build their own Kate. I just want to make a good faster NBN deck with SanSan again, but without Astro. Yeah, so this is really fascinating, right? Like, I'm not too sold on either of these. Indexing is incredible. It's straight incredible. And this is going to be a big problem. I wonder if the meta is going to shift around it, because like the meta was warping around indexing to a pretty strong extent. I feel like this card is a bit weaker because we don't have like Mad Dash or Freedom through Equality, anything like that, but it's still a huge issue. Now we still have border control. We also now have back Executive Bootcamp. We don't have Jackson, but anyway, or we have still Mirage if you want to play it, which was very common back in the days. This is like a really, really big deal. This will show up in anything. Anarchs will play this. Criminals will play this. Anybody will play this. Yeah, anybody will play this. It's sick. Oh shit. Are you sure you're not looking at Mystic Miami? Maybe I'm misremembering the exit influence pip with the original MWL. Mirage making a comeback. We saw a fair bit of Mirage recently. I was thinking a card storing a credit could be better than gaining a credit, but if nothing, the corp side really steals or removes credit, that's a moot point. Yeah, and even if it's on your side and you're at 0 credits, like you can choose the order, right? Like if you have drug dealer, you can lose the drug dealer credit first and then get your starter turn Rizeki. It's really hard to work for that. Don't sleeve the Chrysiums? Yeah, Chrysiums is good too, huh? Sorry, chat's going very fast. I'm missing everything. Sorry if I don't answer specifically to what you said. Play Rizeki and PvP Pog. Pre-Pog, voice Pog. Okay. I'm going to do a video on this, I'm pretty sure this weekend. But just to go through things really quickly, Cash is really exciting. This was a card that was really bummed that was rotating, but everyone just like replaced it with the Harbinger, and I don't think it matters that much. I feel like Harbinger is okay. Harbinger is fine. This is technically better tempo. It costs 1, so you get less money, but this in theory you get money the turn you install it, which is a bit valuable, but I feel like losing this to Harbinger doesn't change much. And Harbinger is also like 0 MU, which makes it a lot easier too. There's a chance that Harbinger is just straight up better. So I don't know whether Cash is going to matter. For what it's worth, like Cash represents a really cool slot in like this sort of archetype that never happened, which is Rosetta. The idea is like install a Cash and then Rosetta it away for something else. But I don't know what sort of rig wants this Rosetta too heavily. Like it's 4 influence, so it'd probably be in faction, but I don't know what you're pulling out of your deck with that. But yeah, I don't know. You can't pull out another Cash, that's for sure. So that's weird. This is terrifying. I was told that in Throwback, Replicating Perfection Bioethics is one of the strongest decks. We never got to see that on stream, but I believe it because I understand how it works, and it's disgusting, and we're just got to go deal with that now. I don't know whether Turtlebacks is going to see a slot in like CTM decks. I really don't think so, at least not the optimal ones, is my guess. Sweepstake is really good. Can't wait till someone plays Class Act. SanSan City Grid is incredible. Scorched Earth, I'm honestly don't know. Probably really good. Bootcamp's okay. Subliminal, I'm going really quick. Subliminal messaging seems in some cases really bad because I imagine most runners are very aggressive, but it looks like a really nice piece when it comes to like mirror morph, maybe some Jeeves combos. I'm not one of those like combo engineers that can, oh, they actually have a nice icon for that. Check that out. Yeah, so I'm not one of those people that can figure out the combo, but that's a really nice icon. I'm a huge fan of that icon. Well done. Being able to Simon chip back 3 real credits is neat. Yeah, no, that's definitely cool. And it's definitely on tempo. Like you get the value from Simon chip. That's really nice. That is for sure. And in theory, you can also do things like where you can like rejig it and get money. I guess there's a bit of flexibility on it. I just don't think it's that big of a deal. What has the big boy said about Salvaged Memories? I don't know. I honestly don't know. And for what it's worth, I forget the name of the big boys format, but I'm a pretty big fan of it. It's like been really good for like pick up and play Netrunner. In short, big boy takes they have their own JNet mirror, but basically they play with the old cards, but they generally errata them in a simple way to make the cards all kind of better, or at least on an even playing field, because there's a lot of really bad cards. And it's cool to see like how their version of like Lady stacks up to their Lady. I think their Lady costs like 6 credits. We're paying 4 for it. How well can you pull off a dedication Ronin kill in RP these days? Do people even try that anymore? I don't know if people try that modernly. I think it's really good. It's probably necessary, but like the idea with hostile infrastructure, it's so disgusting with bioethics, right? Like bioethics is on the table. You have a hostile infrastructure, right? And you build that sort of lock. And then on top of it, people are like fast advancing with political dealings. We now have viral weaponization. So you start your turn with no cards. Let's talk about the best case scenario. They have team sponsorships. So they score viral weaponization, you have no cards in hand, and then they can team sponsorship cards from their archives or from their hand. So what do they install? They install some amount of bioethics, hopefully. It has a hyphen. So that's going to be an issue. So you have to go deal with that. But of course, now they also have hostile infrastructures that they res either for free or not for free. So that's a problem. Because now you have to trash that, you have to take damage, and then on top of that, they probably have genetic. I don't know what that one's called. What's cybernetics court? No, cybernetics something. Shit. What's the one that says you can't draw? The one that says you can't draw. Genetics pavilion? Yeah, that's it. Thank you. And you have genetics pavilion, so you goofed it either way, and you lose the game. That's bad. This could be a problem. Yo, Sid, what up? Prana is the best card in current RP decks. I don't think so. Why? Prana still seems terrible. I don't understand Prana. If someone can tell me what Prana does, I'm on board. It's called the Netrunner Reboot Project. Thank you, Alex. Yeah, the Netrunner Reboot Project is pretty cool. Yeah, APOC tech. Yeah, for what it's worth, Hostile is like the best APOC tech. It always has been for horizontal decks that can't stop an apocalypse because they have to deal with this. It only buys you a turn if you only play a one. Like sometimes you used to see Gagarin lists that would only run one hostile infrastructure, and you can still do this now. You can executive boot camp it out if you expect it, and you're good to go. And then they just have to deal with it. Like they run 1, they run 2, they run 3, and then you res this and be like, oh fuck. And then they have to go deal with it. Hopefully put it behind a tour guide or something. That's a 15 credits play? Oh yeah, sure, it's a 15 credits play, but hostile infrastructures, no. Hostile infrastructures you res for Breaker Bay Grid, so that's free. But like, what does it matter if it's a 15 credit play if you win the game? Like, we're talking about a board state where the runner can't keep up. And if the runner can't keep up and they get you all the stuff on the table, like you're already doing so well. Like you already probably have like Mamba Temples for days. You probably have your Turtlebacks is ticking along. Like you probably have some money. I'm aware that it is expensive, but like it's possible. And on top of that, like if they want to diffuse that, they have to run centrals first. So it either means spending a lot of money or taking some damage. Is Rashida the 2020 Jackson included in every deck? I feel like Jackson would be included in more decks than Rashida, but Rashida does some part of what Jackson does. So Jackson isn't coming back. Jackson was a card in Throwback that we saw, but Jackson does two things really well. And I forget how to play with Jackson because it's been such a while, but Jackson does two things. It accelerates games and it lets you control your hand and recursion. So accelerates games, that's what Rashida does, right? You get an early Rashida, you draw 4 cards in a turn. That buys you like 2 or 3 turns of drawing through your deck and doing nothing. And that's such a big deal. And Jackson used to do that. Install, draw, draw. Like that was your turn. And Rashida does that for way less, but more risk involved. Obviously, Jackson does a lot more else, but like Rashida does a bunch of what Jackson does. Rashida is just such a strong card. Rashida's in every deck except 4th place World's Titan. No, but that's right. Like not every deck runs Rashida, but every deck would run Jackson. Titan, yeah, Titan doesn't generally run Rashida. I don't think it's right to build a remote for Rashida and Titan. That doesn't make any sense. Yeah, Rashida giving you 3 credits is also huge. Yes, yeah, it's amazing. It's actually like, some people say this is the best card in Netrunner. Oh, I still have to look at that. Excuse me. This is the best card in Netrunner, and it is the same card as Rashida. Yeah, this is literally Rashida. This card was banned at some point, or restricted. Excuse me. Oh no, it was banned. Obviously, this is different because you don't have to protect it, but you get the idea. This is absolutely incredible. Sorry, it's just people named Alex only chat. Yo, Vince, what up? How's it going? Prana is better than, say, hedge funds to pay for this whole RP asset suite. It's not. It's not. I don't get it. I want to be wrong about this. I don't understand Prana. People love Prana. Prana trades your win condition for a bit of money. A lot of money. Let's be obvious, a lot of money. But like, if your win condition is to build a lock in which the runner can't drop to hand size, play their economy, get their breakers down, and trash the board before you like Ronin them, I will always take the net damage. But Prana can be your win condition. I imagine Prana could be your win condition, but then like you have to do all this damage. You have to protect it. You have to not be able to get in. It's like the same sort of win condition that's I see attached to things like Urban Renewal, where like Urban Renewal can be your win condition, but you're just allowing so much opportunity to your opponent to be able to deal with it. Right? Like you're broadcasting really hard. You're actually not doing anything besides getting money while your win condition builds. And then they can just like, you know, prepare for it by doing nothing, which probably means you score out agendas. But like, you know what I mean? I feel like it's just so much better to constantly do damage to the runner and get them into a threatening point, and then somewhere on the table you res one bioethics, and then you like dedication ceremony or Ronin and they die. We're talking about 2 different decks. I thought the viral weaponization decks were just really tempo decks. Yeah, they are. They are. Arizan, the win condition isn't to kill them with it, it's to force them to spend all their money and be broke without getting points. Normally they end up getting to 2-3 counters and that's fine. But that's what I don't get. Like, if you want to spend them to make them to get broke, like you could do that with any other win condition that I feel is a bit more salient. I think salient is a word. The weak part of RP is money. Yes, if you keep RP down, they're going to struggle with economy. But if you keep Prana down, they're going to struggle with economy. And then you also have to do net damage to them. Like, that's difficult. Okay, say they trash your stuff. How do you do net damage with Prana? You can't. How do you even do net damage with Prana? Like, you're not knurling them. That's not money. There's no Merkakugo. What, are you scoring like House of Knives? I don't get it. Prana creates a forks and gives money. Yes, but like, I think everything else that you should be doing in competitive deck is creating a fork and getting money. Like, that means by definition Prana is a good card, but like I feel like that is one way to do that that's slow and dirtily, as opposed to be like, I installed 3 assets. One's a bioethics, one's a hostile, one's a Ronin, you know? Bioethics hostile infrastructure is how you charge Prana? You could, but then they're trashing your stuff. I don't know. I'll beat you with Prana. You probably can, but like that doesn't change that I think it is optimal. I don't know. You do play House of Knives. Okay, so the list I'm thinking of does not play House of Knives. That's like more of a grind of sorts. I don't know. What does Salient even mean? Urban Renewal could be good behind a very taxing set of ice. But that's the thing, Julius, is if Urban Renewal is behind a set of ice and it's good and it's protected for 3 turns, you could score out literally anything, right? Like you could just win the game. As opposed to like getting this at the, like, I don't know. That's the thing that I don't get. It's like, okay, I'm going to put this in. I'm going to flood an HQ. I'm going to still have to protect centrals or I lose. As opposed to like, I'm just going to jam every agenda from HQ into the remote, which is just as safe if Urban Renewal is safe. Your list is House of Knife. Okay, that's a bit different. Here's a good Prana deck for reference. It installs 2 assets and clicks MCA for tempo. Ooh, MCA is cool. That is really cool. Thanks for the link, by the way. I need to get to this list. And then we're going to play some stuff. At a double Urban Renewal rig shooter deck, not good but fun. Against a skill player, falls flat, I guess. Okay, so this is RP. Oh, this is a hippo over there. House of Knives, Oboe, Philotic, Viral, Bioethics, Business Show, Jeeves, MCA, Austerity Policy. This is really cool. MCA Austerity Policy is so cool in RP. I'm a big fan of that. It's a really good include. Rashida Sundu, team sponsorships. Ike Crick, DNA Tracker, Angry Flush, Saisentan. Yo, Saisentan, I guess I've died to it before, but like, what is the consideration of this over the other one? Play it? Okay, yeah, well I kind of want to play the format. So we can, I don't know, do we add hostiles? If fires with Prana, you get 9 credits. That's not a house hippo. If what fires with Prana? Viral is better as a flower sermon. Wait, no. No, it's not. Play with hostile? I mean, it costs 6 to break with MKU. That's a good return. Yeah, but you don't have to break all of it. The thing is like, okay, the other one costs 6 to break, right? Komainu costs like more than 6 to break usually. It costs 9 to break. Would love to see this deck in action. Yeah, we can just play it. Yeah, fuck it, we'll play it. I'm not gonna understand it. But like, okay, this is an asset spam deck. If they can't keep up with the board, we're gonna win regardless of what we do. I don't think the Prana is gonna be right, and I'm gonna see how it's gonna upset me when I'm like taking money instead of dinging them for damage. No, we'll play this as is, and then we'll see if we can go up from here. Was this jam? Like, that's the thing. Yo, check this out. How much influence is SanSan City Grid? Because we're going to jam this bad boy up in anywhere. Is it straight better to put SanSan City Grid against instead of, where are we? Instead of MC Austerity Policy. It makes the Jeeves more difficult. That's for sure. But is MC Austerity Policy entirely undervalued by SanSan? We can't score Viral. We can with Jeeves. No, we can't. Install Advanced Events doesn't do it. We can score House of Knives and Philotic. Okay, not amazing. 9 credits for 1 pointer that doesn't give you bad pub. Wait, Alex, what are you talking about? SanSan City Grid RP is idea. SanSan City Grid is so good. You got Yagi Uda. You got fucking anything. I don't know. SanSan's a grazing. Taking clicks is too important for RP. I'd believe it. And this is very flexible. You can score every agenda out with this. MCA costs so much less to res than SSC Grid. Yeah, but it takes time. SanSan City Grid is also a bit more to trash. Three Mamba helps. Yeah, it does. Okay, well, let's just give this a shot. Okay, so sometime in the last week, my mouse is broken, so I can't click hold. And sometimes when I click, I double click. What's that gonna do to JNet? Oh, buckle up, I have no idea. And in theory, we shouldn't care who we play against, whether it's, whether it's whatever format. Hippo, baby. Let's go. Okay, Ice 12, that's small. Double Ike, nice. Double Crick, a 3 Engram Flush. There you go. DNA Tracker. DNA Tracker's wrong. Why would you ever play DNA Tracker over Anansi? Boomerang, you can boomerang DNA Tracker. You can't boomerang the other one. Is there any reason why we wouldn't play Anansi over this one? Just playing 2-1 agendas? Pascal, what up? Matthew, yes, my favorite night shift viewing. Always enjoy catching you live. Yo, cheers, welcome. Change to Nancy, I think so. I think so. It's fun, like random hardware problems. Oh man, it's so good. I bought this mouse. I've had it for less than a year. It's literally broken. I bought these like earbuds and I was going to the store today and one of these fell out of my ear near my foot in my apartment and now it's broken. I've had this for 2 weeks. Oh, it's so annoying. Okay. I'm gonna try one Kamainu just to see what it does. This ice seems expensive. Like, I would assume one of these could be a Cortex lock. Logitech G43 is a solid mouse, unsolicited. Well, I have a Logitech G502, and it didn't last me a year. So, I don't know, Logitech. Sliding one snare into this is nice. Yeah, sliding one snare does seem really fun. I buy it. Low-key DBS is one of our best. We also don't have political dealings. Like, this is so wildly different than the deck I'm thinking of. I used to have Razer mice for a really long time, and then I got this Logitech because I have one at work too, and I really liked it. I've heard other people have had a problem. It's just a problem with this mouse, which is a bummer because I think it's one of their flagship mice. We are a corp. 3 for 5 net. To be honest, the wireless dongle Logitech ones are terrible. I don't want a wireless mouse. I'm okay wired in. Logitech better than Razer? I believe it. G502 still works. Don't jinx it. Yeah. Okay. Look, if you need a right mouse button, I got you. I got a backup right mouse button. I can send out. This list wants the turtles. So I think if you want turtles, you want things that make new remotes pretty often. So I think I don't know if you need assembly lines, but like you probably want tech startup stuff like that. That stuff's really good. Team sponsorship. A team sponsorship is also really good with it. But yeah, hostile and all that we probably should add. Turtle is bad in testing. Well, I've been using a SteelSeries Sensei 310 for 4 years now. Wow. After my old Razer, which I had from the time I was 15, finally died. Yeah, I had a Razer from I don't think it was 15, but it was like that sort of long stretch, and I liked it. Chaos Theory. I don't know what's gonna happen here. I got my SteelSeries headset and it's kind of kicking ass. Okay, opening hand, we got Jeeves, we got Prana, we have a single ice and a viral. I feel like we really want to open with like maybe ice into MCA early would be great. This is not the ice that we can afford. We don't have sure gamble. So just opening, we have no operations in fact, which seems weird. I don't know whether there's any we'd want. But it's just not like a really good tempo opening. Like just Rashida turn 1 would probably be better because this is Shaper. Like I don't know if they even have Dirty Laundry. Yeah, there you go. That's exactly what we want. SanSan City Grid's trash cost is so damn great. Yo, Ubi. Yeah, is something else. Do we just score this naked if we can? I don't know. I feel like this is safer on the table because they probably run HQ. SanSan political dealings in coming 2 games is too exciting. Oh yeah, that seems really good. Fucking Rashida political dealings. There's so much good stuff. Let alone Thao Sherman. Score naked. Be a man. Yo, I don't like the be a man thing. I don't like that sort of gendered talk. But I see what you mean. Maker's Eye. Oh wow. They could have snare here. It could be bad. They could steal Obokata, which would be a bit of upsetting. Okay, there's one Rashida down. They're gonna know what we draw up with Rashida though, so we're gonna break lock. But this is like I don't love this kind of play. Like it's a bit high variance here. I think they're considering whether the Obakata. Jeez, what is this? But like when you're getting an acid deck, the best thing you can do is establish yourself on the board. Like get your economy down, get your Rizeki orbs, as opposed to like go in for like high variance, expensive, not singles, but you know. So apparently Jeeves is coming up. Holy fuck, that's good. Christ on a cracker. I don't even know what to do. Fuck yo clicks. That's racist? Uh-oh. What happened? Just easier to kill all currents and salvage a couple that were okay. Wait, clones to armor should still be legal? Nah, clones shouldn't. Clones definitely shouldn't. Oh wait, the corp clones? No, probably not. Okay, so they got a Beth down. That's kind of okay, I guess. Okay, so we're gonna res this. I think we should probably plan our turn now. Our turn is triple install. Jeeves click, hit the button. Cool. Install 3 and click MCA with the Jeeves? Yeah, 100%. Let's go. Sorry, there's a delay, so gotta be real fast. Okay, so now they're gonna check stuff. They have one click. They probably bring down the MCA, honestly. Because next turn it's scary. Oh, okay, cool. So they're gonna figure out a temple. That's the worst one, unluckily for them. We actually could have considered no, we shouldn't res that. So we're gonna res this. The question is whether or not we res the bioethics. We don't have hostels, and I don't think we need the prana money. So I'm gonna do that just to get them another thing to do. But this is where like if prana is so much worse than just having like a Jeeves win con, like a Ronin win con. Like they're not running the board. We could just like political dealings out, like win con out. Like the whole grind of prana thing, I don't get. Like this is a really good example of why it's not great. Like I'd rather have the team sponsorship to Temple on the board to get a Rashida. Maybe that's just me. This poor Chaos Theory, yeah, it's rough. Is this an Iceless archetype? I've been unlucky. For what it's worth, we actually don't have money. Team Spawn's better. Yeah, Team Spawn's probably better. Just to get a Rashida back on the board to keep going. Because like if we draw any ice, we can't afford it. At least this does actually represent some money. Ooh, Rebirth. Jez? Ooh, Oracle. Okay. Pronounce the monster when the runner's on 3 clicks? You think? We didn't click this though. Who are they gonna become? I'm not sure if Shaper has anyone I'm scared of. Like in theory, Kid is nice. Akiko, oh okay. R&D pressure, that's what they want. But like, they need to deal with this bioethics. Like this is the thing, is like if we were on the other version, if this was a Ronin, we'd probably win. Like we just triple advance Ronin flip. Like Ronin Jeeves is so good. I'm not spending any money, they can see 2 cards. Oh, we should have fucking shit. We forgot to neural him. But like, I don't want the money. I want to neural. I want to neural them. I want to hurt them. The game's for the audience. Prana bust. Yeah, yeah. No, I believe you. Prana bust is 100% right. Like we're gonna prana bust here for sure. Okay. So we can triple install. Yeah, we'll triple install on R&D. No, we'll put this on the remote. This is more fun on the remote. We'll this on R&D. We need to play with no hand. Prana needs to be iced. Yeah, we'll ice up the Prana with a crick. Because then we can bring at least back a Bioethics or Team Spawn or something, or Rashida. Okay. This will give him something to worry about. Then we'll click this. And now we can score anything off the top of our deck. And I'll res this with the money. But this is exactly like where they didn't set up and try and control the board and this runs away from. Like Anarch with a Rizeki, this is a wildly different game. Like we didn't even ice up Centrals. Okay, so we have this. They have 3 clicks. And now they don't run, we can't do damage to them. No, that's not true. There's the orb. There's their good card. So hopefully we score out here. A viral would be disgusting. Viral would be game winning. Wish that crick was an envelope. Yeah, it'd be nice. But anything would be nice. A sentry would actually be better. Like a SanSan Town, they have to respect. Okay, I don't have a trigger here. Do we score out an Obokata? I think we just score out an Obokata naked. If we top to get viral, would be really cool. I don't know. We can score this next turn if we want. Puts us on game point. Then we can still keep this around. No one home. Oh, okay. Well, our prawn is slightly useless now. That's not good. I honestly think the SanSan Town is better. And we SanSan Town up this thing. Okay. So now we can Jeeves and do something. Wait, what's the chance that we can like triple advance this, get a click, fire this, and do some disgusting, beautiful stuff? 3, 4, 5, 6. This doesn't really do anything. We don't want to score this. Well, do we want to score this? No, we want to score the last Obokata, which is somewhere in our deck. Yeah, we definitely need a team sponsorship. We bought him for the Piranha, which is not doing anything, but it is scaring them. Does the deck have a way to trigger shuffle? No, it doesn't. No Maryland, no way to trigger shuffle. It's an Angolo, that's pretty expensive. It lines up pretty poorly against like things like Aiki. Oh, they do have Dirty Laundry. I guess Mystic Miami shows that. It's some influence. This also could be a Rizeki. All right, Austerity. They have 1 click left after that. And they should have a lot of money. They have 9. They might actually charge the Austerity. We could consider House of Knivesing. I should have definitely House of Knives there, excuse me. Well, we already have one of those. I'll draw once. I don't think we need a Jeeves click. That's good. What is this? Oh, we don't have money for all this stuff. I wish we had a better win con than this. Right? Like if we had political dealings, we'd be scoring out. If we had Ronin, we could probably win. Okay, I will remember to do this. Two, 3, 4, and then play a side game. It's all about the side games. Like we have very limited net damage. Oh, wow, they can prevent it. No, we don't have political dealings on this list. I guess. Like how many counters have to on be this for it to be lethal? 5 counters? I don't see how we're ever gonna get that. So they only saw a single card because we paid 1. Got him. So they're not showing access to Claw, which is really good. They probably have a shit ton of events. So Rise SanSan Town. Okay. So we at least have another one to replace this. This is going to be 2, and then I'm going to call event. I haven't been paying attention to what the Oracle may. Probably should be paying. House of Knives? Yeah, we can House of Knives again here. All right, so we can do 3 net damage. And we're just going to replace this immediately. In fact, we might double ice it. I don't know. What's the point of starting Chaos Theory and just swapping IDs mid game? Because they have 40 card minimum deck on Chaos Theory, so it's a bit more consistent to get up to where you want to go. All right, well we can just install advance this. They can't steal it because of the Prana. They can't prevent this damage because then they don't suffer it. Oh, I should have F11 this whole time. Look at all that screen real estate we have now. Look at us. Oh, there you go. All right, so they have to run Central, they have to run this, they have to take the net damage, and they have to have more than 3 cards in hand. And we're never gonna... we can prevent the Obokata for 3 credits. There's a chance to get through this. No, it's very unlikely. Ooh, Maker's Eye, wow. They're really, like, Snare would be so good here. They have to, like, win the side game, so I think we're paying 1 on the Iki. Oh, no, they're letting it fire. Never mind. Wait, does Fires of the Pay different? Oh, okay. I think going 1. Yes! Yo, Floofy, what's up? You only prevent 1 net off the oboe. Oh, really? So I don't want to prevent this. I guess we do. That was kind of the point of the deck. I'm going to Prana everything. Prana's totally more about the econ than it's about the kill. That's such a bummer though, right? I just feel like we're trading away our win con for like money. So they're probably trying to draw up a lot on that, I guess, just so they can have a chance to contesting the Obokata. So we know there's an Oboe at the bottom, we know there's a Flotic on the bottom, and we know there's another 1-pointer at the bottom. So there's not a lot of agendas, all the virals. 5 counter Prana is pretty much a win con. No, you need 6 counters. Wait, why are they running this? They can't trash it. You do need enough money to fire through No One Home. Yeah, of course, but they have 0 credits. We have 21. It'll be fine. Trading away your win on for money. That's life. The trash of No One Home. Snare would be good here. And that's game. Doesn't matter what we pick. 4, 5, and scene. Good game. Oh, yeah, this put a threat on. It gave us good money, but like I feel like if we just pinged him for damage, we'd be in a better spot. Hey, thanks. It's a cool deck. Yeah, so it looks like they're Nisei, or sorry, not Kiko Nisei. It looks like they're on a 40 card deck. A lot of events. We weren't paying attention to what they're drawing, and that's why like the Maker's Eyes makes sense. There's probably 3 of. Then they have some tech slots, like 2 No One Home at least we saw. Paragon did not come out. Ooh. Q-Loop. Chaos Theory is just a kid. Can't expect anything from... Well, no, Chaos Theory is not a kid anymore. Chaos Theory kind of grew up. I think Chaos Theory is a young adult. I like Stragotic Resonator better. Oh man, Stragotic is what we need. Every ice is a Kakugo. Imagine SanSan. For what it's worth, SanSan wouldn't have helped us here. Like, the MC austerity policy is huge in replicating perfection just because of the click tax on centrals. And then we can't score Obokatas out. But like, if we played a different agenda suite, if we ran more 3-2s, like the Project Yagyuda, that'd be good. Beans. Wow, 3 Paragon. That's like a lot of influence. Oh, it's only 2? That's okay. Oh, God, the saddest card in Netrunner, the economic something or other with the chaos crying in the background. Yeah, what is that card called? Financial Collapse, I think? He probably wanted to quit Netrunner. Nah. This is not that bad. Like, this is you too. This is not that prison-y. Like, we didn't ping him down for damage. Uh-oh. People like Stragotic. No, I'm doing another one. Hold on. We're not doing Stragotic just yet. I want to play SanSan today. I don't want to play Stragotic Resonator. Corp, let's go. Casting Call? I think it's Financial Collapse. Why don't you build some Scorch? I'm not convinced. I don't know. We could do Caesar Scorch. The problem with Caesar Scorch is you can't consulting visit it, so you have to draw. And I feel like that sort of filter draw is way harder than it is now without Jackson Howard. Like Jackson Howard used to Jackson draw. Okay, I got my combo. And that's not the case anymore. For what it's worth, I've Had Worse was a huge issue with Caesar Scorch. It was a really big issue. With a single I've Had Worse in hand, you can't Caesar Scorch runner. Now, that being said, floating one tag now has a lot more teeth to it. So if you want to build that like garbage PE Argus security deck that I keep trying to play every 3 months, forgetting that we did it 3 months ago, that gets a lot better because floating a single tag gets worse. That being said, just SanSan City Grid, fly on the wall, my friends. Closed accounts, let's go. Fly on the wall, SanSan. Shattered Remains is the one with dinosaurs being beat up. Okay. Bank job is a job. This hand is okay. We want a way to not get diverted, and we don't have that. I'm going to mulligan this. Thanks, you too. We're looking for opening Temple, opening Rashida, and then a good end to run ice, which we have none in the list. Engram Flush HQ is fine. She never heard her dad's argue, I guess, not ever. She'd give anything to make it stop. Yeah, that's really sad. Oh. Hey, are we playing Savage Memes? Rob, yo, what up? It's been a bit. Yes, we are. But actually, no, we're not. We're not. For what it's worth, we're not. We got sidetracked. We will after this game. I had to like defend my honor against Prana Condenser. I don't know what this deck is doing. An early team sponsorship is trash. This hand is trash. So do HQ. And we're going to go high variance, my friends. I'm just playing SanSan RP. Doesn't SanSan Fly still not leave a click to use the tag unless you're doing Never Advance? Oh, fuck. You're totally right. It's not breaking news. Shit. Ooh, class act. Imagine this was Jeeves into viral weaponization. We would be the winners of the game. Do we res this? Yeah, why not? Can we res this? No, whatever. Got him. Saw you do that once? Yeah, we did do that once. We did naked advance of 4-2-1s. I think we do install advance our viral weaponization, hoping our runner friend will install a class act. And now we got Sweeps Week to do that. Sweeps Week, every deck, let's go. Jeeves into viral in 5 credits. Oh shit, you're right. Oh, we have a Miss Bones. She is a connection. We lose. Yeah, we 100% lose now. We just lose. We have lost the game. There is no line of plays that this deck has while it has no board state. Oh, in theory, we could start zapping, actually. In theory, we could zap, because there's a chance we hit like an Angolo. Oh, Rizeki. That's a good zap, actually. Jeeves into viral cost 6. Yeah, I goofed it. Sorry. What's up, Light? Just tax out Bones? Not possible. Not really possible, considering we're going to have to click to draw. Click 1 to draw. Click for credit. Click for credit. Yeah, no, this is bad. I think you need to lock all 3 centrals and tax on clicks rather than credits. But we can't lock all centrals. We have 12 ice. It's not going to happen. Like, I see what you mean to slow him down, but like, we have 12 ice. We are not in control of that. John Masanori. What? You can't do that. Border control's around. You have 2 ice in hand? Well, yeah, now we do. But I kind of wanted to ice up one of these. But yeah, I see what you mean. Hope they don't divert us. Prana money. For what it's worth, like early game hitting us programs out of hand for a criminal wins you the game. Like, yeah, Prana money's cute. I don't know. I don't know what it's gonna take for me to be okay with Prana. DJ Fenders for Quetzal. Someone's playing E3. No, they're not playing E3 feedback implants. But that actually doesn't matter. We have no barriers in the deck. That's really cool. This is a lot of as value, more than you see in most games. Okay, what do we want to do? This into this into this. Let's go. Probably looking so good here. Does it? It's like 5 credits. Boomerang, HQ. Embezzle, diversion. Just a run. Okay. So, what are we going to do? We're going to draw their attention here with our friend here. 2 credits. Okay. We can res the Engram Flush, which will eat the boomerang. We're going to name a program usually. Not going to name event, though. I'm a coward. They're going to break it anyways. Okay. They can steal the Obokata. Oh, even better. John Masanori Class Act. A classy combo. They had the austerity policy. Okay, we got a bit. I don't know if it's considered lucky or not. They did trash it, so we lost one of our options here. Resource. Yeah, resource makes sense. I think they'd break on event, though. Ooh, running Rashida. Oh, we should have. Fuck, we should have House of Knives them. They don't care about product condenser, and rightfully so. And rightfully so. Shit, that Rashida loss was devastating. I thought they would like value this, but they're right. It doesn't matter. And with Miss Bones, they can trash anything they want. Yeah, I don't see how we win this. They have multiple boomerangs. The thing is, like, if we Anansi this and we res the Nancy, how do we win? You know? Oh, this is bad. That's something. But now they're going to run HQ. I don't know. Maybe not. Prana getting $1 for you. Prana has given us $5 for 2 net damage. And the 2 net damage is actually way better because then the Obokata is like much safer. For what it's worth, whenever they run, they draw a card anyway. So Obokata is like kind of difficult. And we don't have any border control in the runs that will actually like interact with John Masanori or Batty or anything. Paragon. Okay, running is a bit better for them. Oh, wow. Okay. Okay, so we need to ice this up. The problem is, again, end the runs we don't have. Like, an Enigma or a Thimble Rig would be so good in this list. I want a Valley Condenser click here. Get them. After they draw, you hit their Angolo, you win the game. Valley Condenser could be right. I don't know what we're doing anymore. I don't have a strategy out of this. Dangus Prana is way better than Caldera. Reverse Caldera. Who would have thought? They have more value in their Rizeki than we do. Yeah, there's a diversion. Okay, that's okay. Whoa, whoa. What are we calling here? I'm going to call event. I think resource is safe, but they played 4 resources. I don't know what resources they'd be holding. Program. Lost connection to server. Program seems good, but they wouldn't risk this program. I don't know. Program seems always right. Especially against criminal. Hey, test. Diversion, legwork, data dealer, Miss Bones. Okay, so event was correct. That was a shit ton of damage. And we'll go ahead and res this. They can trash it for free, but like, it gives them less money. We're an incidental rig shooter. Okay, so they have another Miss Bones, so again, we lose. And they have a data dealer. But the legwork was a huge hit, let alone the other diversion, because we have no plan besides click for credits. Class Act drawing 1. Paragon getting a credit. Or John Masanori drawing 1 more accurately. And diversion, we're on 0 there on 12. I think we concede. I think we concede. I think we concede here. Yeah, I think icing up Centros is actually wrong. Because they're going to capitalize on one server that's the worst. Like, I'd rather ice up our win cons or, like, pretend to ice up an agenda. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, that's not as bad as it looks. Yeah, I think we throw this in. What are the chances we hit their Amina? We have some chance to win. No. Yeah, we'd have to hit it like an Angolo. Amina is not that big of a deal because they have 3 boomerang and they're as. Amina though. Yeah, no, Angolo would be better. Played out for the lads. Okay. We have to click for credits here because then we can't threaten reses on central, so we need at least 2 credits. We have 2 diversions down. And as soon as we like jettison this, they just go trash it. So like as soon as we install this, they just run it. Protecting this is such a bigger deal for us. You need the sundew. Yeah, we need the sundew, but we need to protect the sundew. Like throwing away a sundew would be installing it here because they just miss bones. They run through whatever, which one they think is not bad. Force us to spend money. Hit the bones. Got to make them hit centralized and tax their clicks. I just don't think we can. This is really good for us, that's for sure. This is super good for us. But like we need to ice up either of these. And it's now that they have this down, anything we put on the table is gone. Like that's second bones, right? So unfortunately we have an Anansi. But if we installed anything else, like if we had another Crick here, an Ike, a Cortex Lock, which the list probably should have Cortex Lock. I think the ice is too expensive. We have like 10, so much, sentries are really way expensive in this list. And this is the sort of list where like if you're behind, I don't know. I guess we have cheap code gates. Let's get the Yaguras in there. Like anything we install here, they just wipe. But we have to install something. Man, Psychic Field would actually be really good for this sort of hostile infrastructure type deck archetype. We can install this and start clicking, taxing clicks, but it's like we need to protect this to have a chance to win because otherwise we have no way of scoring out agendas. We need to protect this. So I think we're just going to install this and click for credits. We spent too long on that turn though. It's really suspect. It's also like what? Turn... I guess we've had DBS now for a couple turns, but it's turn 9 we've scored nothing. Oh, flip switch. Oh, okay, we're done. Saw them no more than one thing a turn? Yeah, that'll tax their clicks out way more effectively. Oh, they took a tag with Bravado, with Masanori. They jacked out on that. That's a really weird anti-synergy to have in your deck. John Masanori and flip switch? What was in their hand? I think they would probably just take the damage. Yeah, that's really weird. Like, you can play DreamNet. Why play John? Besides, obviously, the connection thing. Okay. We're making a play downtown. So this will ensure we get our money back. Boomerang HQ. Cool. Can't steal a Bacata. No, they could actually. Now they can't. So the Flotic's the only hit. Also, losing Austerity is a problem. We have no recursion outside of the team spawn. Keep Prana. No, the Prana's useless. We can't do net damage. I didn't realize Prana was a choice, but like we can't do net damage. We have no way of doing net damage. Prana's useless. It's like straight up useless. It's a blank card. We're gonna call resource. Doesn't matter. We know they have a resource in hand, but they're gonna break it. What, really? Yeah, there's a data dealer. They have an inside fucking job? Jesus shit. Sandu, no, you were too young. At least it'll eat an inside job. DBS is letting us unpunish ourselves for deck building decisions. Prana baits runs because it looks like BEA. Anything looks like BEA. Oh man, I can't believe they have an inside job. The one time I called data dealer. Well, that's okay. They'll inside job this. Anansi from HQ. Okay, we got really lucky there. That was the best hit. This deck is very solid. I don't think so. I think about a good runner with strong economy that just runs the board turn 1, you'll be in a state like this. It doesn't do anything that's too unfair besides get away with the board. And anybody who gets away with the board, like I don't think this is the best way or the fastest way to close a game out if you get the board. Inside job. That's okay. At least we can now jam austerity policy. I don't see how this list beats any modern runner. I kind of feel that way. This is an issue too, though, because like they can engram through, or they can always run through. Oh shit! I missed. Make sure we have Kamino money. It's an MCAAP deck. It is. It's the best card we have. They haven't stolen points yet? No, but they should. Like, I think, well, no, they don't actually need to. I think they're not playing it incorrectly, right? Like, how are we going to score points? We have literally no route to scoring points besides now this. And so they don't actually have to do anything. Now, the double DBS, I think it's definitely, once they have one turn to run this, they should trash both of these. Like, it's free with Miss Bones. Oh, okay. Well, that's actually, with Obakata, that's a mistake. But I don't even know what to call now. But yeah, no, they don't really need to. Because we're not threatening to, like, they don't have to close the game. They just manage the board, we lose. Like, if they trash all these events, we lose. We have nothing to do. All these are assets. We can't do anything. Paragon, going to draw a card. They're going to know the Obo's in there. Probably going to steal it. Okay, Obo, first hit. 3 cards in hand. That's probably a misplay. You probably should be accessing with 4 if you want to steal Obo, which I assume if you're like working, you do. Ike, wow. Flotta gets there. Okay. So we put a mark on our head, which is bad because of the collateral. We're too pro. We got really lucky. Oh, Caldera! I see. We can concede the game now. Right? Right? It's a Caldera. The reverse Prana. We still got a chance. Okay, all right. Okay, I got it. Ooh, falsified. Guessing asset, sure. 5 credentials, they know it's a Jeeves. Now we can't resist on this. Bravado, going HQ, no cards in hand. Okay. Whatever, doesn't matter. This is some game. Cost 3 cards per damage? It's true, but like the thing is like, okay. It buys them a win con where they can only use this if they need to for lethality's sake. They didn't need this to win. It just puts us further behind. Respect for Neural. No, they're good. They got this. We're down at least 1 Rizeki. You can tax it out. Hit a Nancy from HQ. We are getting away with murder here. They probably bring the Jeeves down. And then what? We score this out? And I guess we do, because they're playing on low hand size. They break Kamainu for 3 credits. Motherfucker. This is the only breaker they need. I'm conceding this, y'all. I am conceding this. There's no way we don't concede this. We only have so much evening. It's already 10. We can't not concede this. Probably Jen is on the table. Yeah, I know. That's where we're going. The problem is like this does nothing for us. Eventually the scoring window will come. Andre, it feels bad, man. It'll come in 20 minutes if Watto misplays. Wait long enough, good things will happen. Can you Caldera Obo? No. Well, you could, but then you can't steal it because Obo is an additional cost. You have to take the damage. If you avoid the damage, you don't pay the cost. So you could if you didn't want to steal it. But then you can just choose not to steal it when you access it. Discretion is a better part of valor. I like that saying. Should we be playing memories stuff? What do you mean, Alex? It's not even the tech. It's that they have the money and they didn't successfully establish prison time. Yeah, no, we're way out of it. Here we could actually lose to I'm forgetting how good John Massanori is against this. The thing is like we actually can't res this. Not that it'll matter because they can just pay through it. Score the Obo, don't you win? No. No. Why? We have no money and we'd be on 5 points. 4 points. Whoops. Oh yeah, we should be playing memories. Yeah, 100% right. The stream is called SanSan. We shouldn't spend too much longer on this one. Draw. Another class act. Oh my lord, if this was a fire weaponization, we would have won the game! Oh, fuck. Can I use 12 to break if they want to steal Obo? Yeah, we can't res it though. I'm in Radiant. You're playing Hippo Baby? Yo, yeah, we are. We are. This was forwarded to us by Arizon. I'm very critical about it. Sam, is this your deck? Oh, wow. I forgot we had this one. Okay, wait. Team sponsorship is sick. Things that would be good right now. I think the MCA austerity policies are most salient. I learned a word today. WinCon. I'm so happy you still... Yo, Hollis, what up? I'm so happy you're still involved in Netrunner. How's it going, Hollis? The best dressed man in Netrunner. Oh, it was a huge pleasure. I got to commentate a couple times with Hollis. What a nice dude. Ooh, Maker's Eye. They have their breaker. It's expensive against Ike. Hollis, did you see the new old cards? Sam says is not very good right now. Yes, it is their deck. I want to Seattle Store Champion miscut of Continentals by strength of schedule. Got 17th. Woo! I don't think this is a competitive list. Rob, for what it's worth, doesn't think it's a competitive list, but that 17 sounds okay. You haven't... Yo, Hollis, you can play with like old cards. They let you play with SanSan if you want. We can't spend money on this. They will deck themselves eventually with John. Someone catch me up. Nisei.net. Here, Hollis, 1 second. Nisei.net for the next couple of months, because they don't have like a new set for a while. You can play with 18 of the, like, what is it? 18? I don't know. Yeah, 18 or so of the strongest cards. Like SanSan City Grid is back. You can play Indexing, Parasite, Medium. It's kind of wild out there, man. Might as well get the most expensive thing to trash. Can't defend any of them. Yeah. Where did their money go? Holy shit, where did their money go? This Corp deck was around for Continentals, made top 16. That's unbelievable. Parasite, the best icebreaker. I don't think Parasite's good now, Hollis, for what it's worth, but we'll see. He trashed it. Haha, we got... Oh, they trashed a lot. Wow, all 3 of our austerities are out, so we're going to have to score this the old-fashioned way. By the old-fashioned way, I mean we're going to click for some credits. Oh, that's actually a good card. Now they're panicking, because we're on game point. And they're only getting a credit a turn. 2 credits maybe, I don't know. Yeah, I'd love to put a snare in this list. You can tax them out with even 2 bones and tempo win. There's a chance we can. Until they find a Stargate. Or a turning wheel. Need to get Jeeves up. Yeah, Jeeves would be nice. We get a free Jeeves here, right? That's good. 1 credit Jeeves. They don't have they don't have another Miss Bones if you got a shot. Oh, they have Caddy. Oh, she's a bit slow, but that's a big deal. We really need to push the table before this becomes good. Can't believe they're not checking this stuff. So we need to feed them an Obokata and then score the second Obokata right after. The problem is the economy. So I'm going to keep the Obokata in hand, which is an issue because we don't have another thing to score. And if we score this, it's obviously very bad for us. Does Ngolo Crim play Stargate? Sometimes. Not always. Sometimes. They generally have 2 Rizekis, so that means no. So they have probably a Paperclip and probably a Begalter. God listened. HB gets some Next Ice back. Yeah. Yeah, I don't like Next Ice. But HB didn't need anything, right? Man, I could play Subliminal in this. Click for 3, install Obo, get doofed? Yeah, I don't want to click for 3 here. No, we probably do click for 3. There's 1 more doof. We could always install another piece of ice in front of this, which seems fine. We shouldn't have this many agendas in hand with like DBS. The problem is like we probably should have iced here actually. Because now this draws more attention. This is actually very taxing though, right? Like 4 credits for each of these. Hernando Cortez? Come on. I don't have money. Are you gonna piece in our timeouts? Stay like at 3 credits. The thing is we need to have 5 credits to be able to like threaten this. I actually value this because it gives us something to install that they could check. But I feel like we're going too slow for the caddy. Oh, we only have to install advance this bad boy, huh? Okay, we can do it next turn. Never advance a viral. No, the viral doesn't help. Oh, it does actually help us win. Sorry, I was considering to 7. But you're right, never install the viral actually would have been pretty good. Yeah, we want to res this for free. Excited to use Psych Mic with Medium? Ooh, Philip, that's cool. Well, if this one misses, maybe the next one will be good. Looks like it's good. Psych Mic Medium. I believe they're watching on YouTube. Yeah, Hollis is in the YouTube chat. Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, I think the Never Advanced play on the Viral was actually pretty good. I knew Hollis back in the day from Board Game Geek, who wrote these blog pieces about Never decisions. Wonder if it's the same guy. It probably is. Is anybody listening to Simon Moons, to Kenny's history of Netrunner stuff? Because I've started the 2014 one today, but I listened to his neoliberalism one, the Cyberpunk 1777, and it's fascinating. It's really cool. As much as I don't know or couldn't critique much about like the politic and the socio-political stuff, let alone the history part of it, but like the analysis at least of what Netrunner represents is really cool. Are you participating in competitive events these days, or do you stick mostly creator commentator space? My favorite commentators for most card games are technical players like yourself. I almost exclusively now Hollis commentate. So like we just did a charity tournament 2 weeks ago. I commentated most of that, and I commentated Worlds as the lead commentator, which was like kind of the dream. I don't really play competitively, unfortunately. I don't know. I really like commentating. It's a lot of fun. Okay, they falsified this. All right, we'll get him. We'll make him spend Caldera money. I like the IA Oboe and sell Viral line quite a bit here. We could keep both of the gens off the drop. Yeah, I probably should have kept the Viral there too. The problem is we just can't afford anything. I think we're going to jam both of them. No, we need money. That's the last doof, right? Yeah. If they steal this, they probably won't steal the next one, I hope. Commentating is truly the best. It really is. Alex, what's the podcast? Shit. I think it's called like Netrunner Time Traveler. We'll find it. 1 second. Simon Moon Netrunner Time Travel. It's on Spotify. Time Traveler's Guide to Netrunner, Simon Moon. You can find it on Apple Podcasts on Spotify. The first like couple series was him going through each of the years in a pretty rambling way, as he admits to his either strength or weakness, to talk about like his experience throughout the years of Netrunner, to talk about how competitive Netrunner looked. And it's really fascinating. And I'm kind of very interested to go back and read some of the articles that he talks about. Because like reading old Netrunner analysis before people were either good at the game or the card pool was small is always fascinating. Now looking back with hindsight. But then specifically last week, he put on a video kind of in response, or at least associated to the release of Cyberpunk 2077, to explain neoliberalism and how it exists in Cyberpunk and what that means and how it's represented in Netrunner and how we got to this point, like what liberalism is. It's a really good listen. Do check it out. They don't steal advance the Oboe IA, the other Oboe? Yeah, it sounds good, doesn't it? Oh, we got 2 Jeeves, so we're pretty safe. The issue's money. The Rambling is cute and endearing. Yeah, the Rambling's not bad. Shit. Like, I don't mind it. I listened to it while I did some errands today. I quite enjoy it. I need to re-listen to the neoliberalism one, not doing dishes, so I can actually pay attention because it's pretty dense. Do you happen to have Board Game Geek profile where you did blogs by now strategy? Ah, shit, Thanos, sorry. Don't you want to revise Kamino for 3? No, we need the money. What's happening? They did not steal Oboe? What are you doing? If we res this, we can't score. And they don't break this for a lot. Like, we don't res this. Like, if we res this, we're on 3. Then we have a whole turn where we can't score out. I don't think it's right. You can't score anyways? Yeah, but we can now. Like, we still have 5 credits. So what was the play? We advanced this. Your next turn is click for 3 advance. Oh, you're very right about that though. Probably would have helped out there. Oh no. Hold on. Maybe we did goof it really bad. Because I was going to jam 2 oboes on the table. I'd do install, advance, 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 but that's bad too. Okay, let's make a mediocre line. Person with Jeff Hollis, he wrote My Secret Love Affair with Jinteki back in time. Is just a huge fan of this game and played occasionally, but I really love competitive play. So I did that. Then did podcast, then did commentary. I don't know what happened to Jeff Hollis. This is good too. Yeah, this doesn't seem bad. Ooh, that's a card though. I guess they replace it. Self-Flotic, Bio, and Prana and Advance 1. I don't like the Flotic because it actually doesn't help us win in any really meaningful way. I guess unless we get the last House of Knives. They should probably draw 1 here, but we can't afford to pay 1. You can sneak the Flotic like anytime. Yeah, but it doesn't do much for us. Like, it does no damage. It's negative tempo. We win off the Flotic, off the 5-3 anyways, and this puts us at an awkward 6 points unless we get the last one. Wow, I thought they'd pay 1 there for sure. You could have drawn free cards. Why is this Crim splashing for multi-axis Maker's Eye? We're 2 Maker's Eyes in. Singles are OP. I think I would pay 1. Oh, but you can't say that after you saw our bid. Oh, sure. Fuck. Yeah, this Fenris it's fine. For 1 influence. If they have E3. Oh. Oh. Yeah, that's such a big deal that they draw 2 here, because now they know we can pay 1. Ah, beans. Yeah, would they say the same if you spent 1? Beans. Okay, you can run it back. Yeah, it's a bit of a bummer because they saw what we spent. I'm not gonna say no, like I don't know, but yeah, they in theory like them drawing 2 cards here is such a big difference. I'm not gonna call them out, Rob. Sorry. I can man. Yeah, sure. They had a prompt, yeah, but the side game on here is a bit different than normal. I don't know. You're right. We probably should have put the screws to them. Whatever. It's a casual game. It's kinder than I'd be in your shoes. That's okay. It's important to know where you were. Like, it's hard to make that call when you're sitting, like, I don't know. With this deck, Apocalypse would win the game if I'm not wrong. Yeah, but we have to play Hostile Infrastructure, Diogen, to update the deck. Good game, by the way. This is not, like, up to, you know, the new thing. All right, if the prompt on AK is different than normal, then fair game. Well, it's not the prompt on AK is different. It's just the text on AK is a bit strange, right? Like, it's different than they usually are, because normally you're trying to play the same. This one's played different, so I could see someone messing it up. Imagine saying that after a baddie. Yeah, but baddie's wildly different, because baddie's not good for you. Well, sort of. Doesn't matter? I think it does matter. Wait, what is this? Oh, Prana. Gotta go back and win a couple Caprice side games. HI with Prana and SanSan though. What's HI? Wait, what are they doing? Why are they dirty laundering? What's happening? Make them run again so they have to make the choice again, but so do you? That's kind of a cool half point. That's a bioethics. Wait, what's happening? They shouldn't trash this. They have Caldera, I guess. Oh, Hostile, yes. Excuse me. Any of these cards could be viral? Yeah, but that's not game winning, is it? Like, they know what this is. They have to run this. So now we don't have a shot. Like, we can't. Oh, actually, we can res this. If we res this, they have to break for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But then we're hold on, thinking. Res? I don't know. We res this for 3. We're on 1 credit. We're on 1 credit. Okay, we res this for 3. We're on 1 credit. Then we do credit, 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 advance, and then we can't score this oboe. We can't res this. Yeah, no, we can't res this. Like, this is cool, but the problem is not the economy, it's them drawing up. No, we definitely don't res this. Because if we res this, we'll start our turn on 1 credit. We do credit, 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 advance. So it'll be at 2, 3, 4, 3. No, we can't score. No, we can't res this. I'm forgetting anything here? No. Yeah, sorry, we can't. Res the Prana 2, get some money back? Oh, wait, could we res the Prana? Oh, yeah, wait, hold on. Okay, wait, now we bought goodwill. If I knew about the prana. Yeah, this is good. That's why we did the other thing, where we let them through. You buy goodwill, you cash it in later when you goof it up real bad. They have to take the damage. They lose. Why not? Really? As a dish costs a steal, because the runner must suffer 4 net damage. When you would do, fuck. Yeah, we're not doing the damage. You're suffering it. Yeah, that tracks. Whatever. Netrunner, Schmetrunner. Good luck with that oboe, my friend. Isn't there bioethics? Yeah, there is, but we can't afford to res it. We probably could. But then they just caldera it. We don't need more money. We're fine. No, I honestly don't think this res matters, right? No, there isn't a bioethics. They trashed it anyways. Okay, good. We don't even have to consider it. The damage still good. Oh man, prana. Drain money and clicks. No, it's not the problem. We win if they don't draw cards. Like, I think we just win. Unless they have like fucking diesel into diesel, we win. We would have been friends. It was the same way they started. I want to know everything, every article, all of that. Ooh, this is an interesting res. Yeah, why not? That's a big old creek, my friend. What if they trash Jeeves, though? We got second Jeeves. We got 2 Jeeves. Jeeves X2, let alone maybe 3 Jeeves. We prepared for this. Pay 2 on side, they prevent the damage. Wait, what? Good thing nobody conceded? Ah, fuck, we learned something. It was within us the whole time. Andre thinks there's no way Andre loses here. Fire all? Okay. So they'd have to trash 2 Jeeves, which isn't good enough. Because now there's 3 Jeeves. Thanks, Crick. You're really cool. It's not the outcome of the game that matters, the friends we made along the way. Aww. Aww. Can't shut Jeeves down. Okay, they got 2 clicks, they need to draw 2 cards and run. Okay, so what helps? Deuce is wild. That's like a pretty good click compression. That's the wrong location on Jeeves? You think? Oh fuck, they're apocalyptic. No, they're not. They can't. So if they hit 2 virals, they win. That's cool. Now the side game matters. Wait. Uh-oh. The whole game's a side game, my friends. Okay, so now what you do, because you're streaming, is you create a stream delay. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do nothing for about a minute, because by then they must have chosen something. So I'm gonna go have a sandwich, and I'll be back. Ike's bad. Roll a d6 and then pick 2. We're gonna roll a d6, that's for sure. I'm gonna cover this in my screen though, so no one can see it. We'll get a 1. Fuck! Oh, we had to pay the same. Well, it looks like we lost this game, my friends. Oh, we actually lost! Oh, fucking Nike. That was wild. This person re-rolled their IQ bid after seeing yours. You won the game? Yeah, let's say that. Let's say that. Oh, bless you, little cat. Little sneezes. Oh, bless you. We got destroyed. Those are weak ices. They're not great. I don't like this list. Product condenser is garbage. We were not winning, so it does nothing. That seems like a bad card. Draw 2. Yeah, no, it's definitely good. Prana was excellent here. Prana was trash. Prana did nothing. Prana gave us 5 credits. Prana is a garbage IPO. Prana is a bad sweep. Prana carried Kappa, whatever. There's a move where Kamina could have both protected and netted some money while making Prana a threat. I'll have to rewatch the VOD, obviously, because we're like pretty far into it at this point. That was a long game. But things were looking bad. If we won that Ike side game, we would have been okay. John Masnori, for what it's worth, helps a lot. I don't know why they're not playing DreamNet though. I guess 1 credit is not worth the tag. Like with this many stuff, I don't think you ever. Yeah, you too. I don't know. Like, okay, compared to like the hostile infrastructure poison decks that we could build, I think those are stronger. I think the Ronin kill, sure, they have Caldera, people have no one home. That's an issue. But like just political dealing seems strong. I don't know. I feel like Prana should have been good, but out of the OTOH, I've never seen it to be good. So it could have. John Masnori cost 1 credit. Yeah, 2 credits though. But like you clear a tag, you already lost that money. They did clear a tag, so I don't know. Ooh, John, DreamNet would be crazy. Oh, John, excuse me. On the other hand, thank you. Fucking Pranas. All right, let's actually put SanSan in a deck because we're pretty late into the stream and we haven't touched it. That was a good distraction, I suppose. That was bad. We could bid 1 on that since we had 1 on Temple. On the last side game, we could have bid any money. We could have bid 4. Like we could have bid 2. We would have had 4. SSC grid is a mistake. In RP. Okay, so why would we want to do this in RP? We can score 3 2s out of hand. The problem is that like SanSan City Grid, it doesn't work with Jeeves or anything because you're not getting 3 clicks worth of doing the same thing. You do install, advance. Now, with political dealings, that can be pretty cool. So maybe let's find out what a political dealings list looks like. CTM SanSan. So essentially, I think CTM SanSan is probably going to be where the strongest point of it is. I just don't want to do that tonight, at least, because... we'll try and do something a bit more interesting. CTM SanSan did exist. If I'm not mistaken, CTM and SanSan were legal for like a week or 2. I feel like I might be making that up. But yeah, we'll do it with political dealings, I think. So let's see what a political dealings list looks like. Who's in for 9 ice, 27 assets, 10 agendas, and 1 upgrade? Seems rough. SanSan with Jeeves, you could no advance a 3-pointer. Oh, yeah. Sure. But I feel like if you're no advancing things, you're probably better off with La Costa, like 100% of the time. If you're no advancing, you'd play La Costa. Metro good SanSan, CTM, do you want to hate me? Want me to hate this game? People are going to play it. Like it's not that much. Okay, it's obviously a really strong win con. It's pretty expensive. But like trash for 5, you got to get used to that anyways with the Mumbad virtual tours. But it's going to be really strong. Sorry, 3 upgrades, 2 SanSan City Grids on the CVS. Rob, do you have a list? Second at German Nationals. Nice. I do. Yeah, Rob, you got a list. I'll try it out. But it needs work. Yo, that's what we're all about here. Okay, so looking at this list right now, I think we played this on the stream before. We have Flower Sermon, Medical Breakthrough also, I forgot, a 4-3-2 and 2-2. That seems really good for SanSan list. The idea is, where do we get our influence? We'd have to drop Tour Guide, which is probably okay. So we can get 2 SanSans in there for 2 tour guides. That's probably fine. Earth Station SanSan? That's okay. That's obviously, seems pretty okay. With Earth Station, you have Atlases, but then you have Hostiles, and then everything else you'd have to never advance, which I don't think is that compelling. Like, Lacoste is the same influence for what it's worth. I don't know. That's the thing, though. Like, if you're not fast advancing with SanSan City Grid and you have a protected remote, you could just install Advance, right? Like, if you want to score out of 4-2, you could just install Advance instead of leaving it in there for a turn. You still have to res the SanSan. Sure, they have to trash it, but, like, it's not that much better. Like, the good thing about SanSan is scoring from hand. Gotta play SanSan Jemison as 3 more copies of Rebirth. Ooh, Jemison seems much better. Jemison seems much better. Because, like, Jemison wants you to score out of hand consistently, repeatedly. For also what it's worth, like those sort of Arella Salvatore game changer decks, those get a bunch better with this too in HB. It only lowers so you still want calibration testing, so maybe the influence is too tight, but like the Limes deck would probably be okay with it too. I heard Jemison, but didn't say Arizon say it. With Excalibur. Oh yeah, Excalibur's in here. That's cute. Okay. So this is Rob's list. Thanks, Rob. So Yagi Uda, all this stuff is good. We have 2 SanSans. We want a CVS in here. Cortex Lock, nice. Thimblerig, Enigma, Engram Flesh, Crick, Vanilla. So the Ice Suite's really bad, barring the Engram Flesh and the Excaliburs. The Cortex Locks are our only bad face check, I guess the Engram. Yeah, it's fine. This is pretty aggressive, so we can go at least horizontal and have a fast start. The idea is that we want to stick a political dealings on the table, and whenever you draw an agenda, you may reveal and install it. And so the idea is that you can do that with Flower Sermon. You can put a card on top of your deck to ensure that you draw it with political dealings, and you can score it out. Question is about money. We have Turtlebacks, we have Sundew, team sponsorship, and we can probably get a Sundew behind a piece of ice. That'd be nice. But the economy seems a bit janky in this because this is such a huge res. Turtlebacks might help. Ike's bad because it loses games. This deck would actually be a bit better with Ike for what it's worth, arguably, because we don't have Oboe. But I don't know. It's technically click compression for running centrals, and that's something that you don't want to give the runner when you want to tax them on running centrals. Good thing you're not on Twitch with language like that, Vince. Oh my god, we're all simping tonight. I can't say that, I don't think. I've never said that word before tonight, and now we're all saying it. Now I'm gonna get in trouble from the Twitch cops. I can't do that. All right, let's give this a shot. This looks cool. How do we get the CVS in here, Rob? It's hurtful when you talk that way. Ike is bad because it loses games. Oh, excuse me. Add some have some knives. Then you can change ice to Ike. No. Can't call the Twitch admins what they are. I think just cut vanilla. Oh, I like the idea of vanilla. Honestly, I like Enigma a fair bit. I think Enigma is really nice. Enigma is just a good old ice, especially for centrals. Let's try without the CVS and see how it goes. And then let's get just absolutely stomped, and then we'll play CVS. Cut the Cortex Lock. Cortex Lock is like really good. Like they almost never, if they get all their MU filled up, you've lost the game. People die to this on stream, embarrassingly. Not that I've ever died to ice on RP. Not me, no way. Oh boy. Chiteki. Let's go. Parasite in the land of vanilla. If someone parasites your vanilla, that's fine. Because it costs 1 to break. Like, I think you're laughing if they do that. Some parasites your Thimblerig. That's a bit different, because they probably pay 3 to break it. Like, the thing is, you want a parasite taxing ice that's low strength. And vanilla is not that. Now, admittedly, if you're rushing behind a vanilla and someone parasites at turn 1, yeah, that's a breaker. Oh, we have to do in casual, right? Salvaged Memories. I hope that reads. Critics Locks give me several good kills while prepping for Worlds, but never did the job in the event. If I'm not mistaken, Pat was doing really well in regionals, playing Gagarin with a Cortex Lock in it, and I think he killed a lot of really good players. Sometimes you just want to put that in the deck. Is Gold Farmer still high tier? Hollis, it was the highest of tiers, and then it got banned. It's one of the few Nisei cards that Nisei has self-banned. I think there's only 2. And yeah, they decided to get rid of it. Good for them. It's humble, I suppose. But yeah, Gold Farmer was goofy how good it was. I still didn't think Gold Farmer was that good out of faction, but apparently I'm wrong. Holy crap, banned? Yeah, it got banned. It lasted a while. Basically, after that one big tournament we had, where all the games were going like 50 minutes because everyone was playing Glacier GameNet. They decided to kill that. And that sort of archetype got worse because they did also ban SSL endorsement. I mean, it was 3 for 3. What do you mean, like break? Classic install console, faceplant Cortex lock. Oh, Arizon. Fuck, they know what we're up to. Quetzal, nice. Our vanilla looks really stupid. Okay. Opening hand. No tempo plays on board. We will hit the button. We have now received some tempo plays. 3 cost 4 to break at a minimum. At a minimum. What kind of money does Quetzal have? I don't know. I'm okay if we lose an early medical breakthrough. Again, my mouse does not work consistently. Now, there's no point to install the team sponsorship, but it's a, you know, a bait. Quetzal versus RP seems rough for Ketz. Yeah, until this happens. I was just going to say, they're just going to install a medium and go in. This is why we had the CVS that Rob told us to put in the deck, and we thought we knew better than Rob. And now also, wow, double dirty laundry. Wow, medium laundry. That is silly. That is silly. What a turn, Hachi Machi. That's perfect. That's so good. Oh, they don't run again. They're actually like, the problem is if we Rashida here, we're probably going to draw ice, but also if we don't, it's really bad for us. Because then their medium C is a bit too far. Oh, the perfect medium answer. We still need a purge here. We need a Jeeves. I think we can throw this out. This will distract them. But they just always run this last click or something. Excalibur's back. That's good. I don't know if this plays right. I don't know how good our money is. Probably not good enough to do that. E3 feedback implants, that's good with Quetzal. In theory, we only have a single vanilla though, so we're laughing. 0 hitting, I've had worse. Oh man, we're going to be so upset about this. And now they can run R&D and C3 cards. And we don't have a Jeeves yet, so we probably just purge this away. But again, every turn they just go into the Excalibur. And the problem is that if we don't draw our Thimble Rig, our Excalibur, wow, they don't run. What? Our Excalibur is in a really bad position. So 6, we can score this 7, 8, 9. We res this for 10. We have no money. It's probably not worth it. Our hand is really bad. Can't be overstated how not great this hand is. So we'll get this down so we get more value. Oh, that's a start. But holy shit, Open HQ. It's only agendas. It's only agendas. Don't. Everyone, hold your breath. Play cool. I'm so glad we're not playing in person for this one. Plus side, you're not drawing all your agendas, so medium can't get them. Yeah. Where's your nerve agent, sucker? Oh, Pelongi, cool. Be cool, be cool. Andre, are you doing a voice because Hollis is here? I don't think so. I'm feeling pretty excited tonight. Oh, man. Oh, I just realized what's happening. So they're making this a barrier with Pelongi and then Quetzaling it. Yo, hold on. Pelongi Quetzal E3 feedback implants looks good. This is such classic. My deck is doing that thing runner play. Yeah, right? My deck is doing its thing. They actually can run through this twice. Good thing we have all the agendas, though. He sounds normal to me. Oh, that's a good endorsement. Oh, man. Oh, man. That's neat. That's really neat. I thought people were just going to be like E3 feedback implants to be like Quetzal. Oh, cool. I got through your Hadrian's wall. But no, that's actually pretty rad. We really need a CVS. We really do need a CVS in here. It's going to be pretty bad if we don't. I don't even remember what we installed. DBS. That actually just draws them deeper. And we know we're not drawing agendas. Oh, I didn't fire it. I should have fired it. If only we could win on the board. Rashida goes down. Okay. So reason on its side versus RP not checking your hand. Tunnel vision is what a medium with four counters looks like. It's definitely tunnel vision. I mean, just purge here. Yeah, we do. Oh, okay. That's fine. We have double team sponsorship. You cool. Yeah, this buys us some time. Now they might go HQ. Honestly, I don't even know. Maybe we just Engram flush that. No, probably Engram flush HQ. I wish we had a Jeeves. The purge would be so easy with Jeeves. Oh, we're actually going to shuffle the deck with Maryland, so I guess we'll purge here. I don't know. Who knows? Because this invites them on HQ, which is fine. Because we have good money. We have double team sponsorship down, so we can do what we want to do. Double Pelongi. Wow. Wow, CVS would be so good. EF on HQ, please. Yeah, we're going to do it with the team spawn. But like, they're really tunneling, and I'm very happy that they're doing that. Because they're not playing the board. Naked install agendas? Yeah, we could, but I think we're just going to jam the SanSan, and I don't think they have the economy. They're throwing out like money. I'm not going to res this. I think we need the money for something else. So now we're drawing new cards because we broke lock. So what we're going to do is we're going to, you know, Netrunner. Res 2 team sponsorship. Res this thing. Let's see how quickly our money disappears. Put this in server 4. Advance it twice because Netrunner. Score that. Okay, team sponsorship trigger. Oh wow, I forgot we had a Sundew ticking for a while. So I'm gonna put this on HQ. We can get a Rashida on the table, which is fine because it puts 2 things of pressure, and I think we need the Rashida more than we need anything else. Because otherwise we could put like the crick in front of R&D, which is fine. But this seems good enough. What is the name of that brain art ice? I'm not sure I know what you mean, Hollis. Brain art ice. Oh yeah, this Engram Flush. Oh yeah, it's really, really, really good, man. Yeah, Thanos has you. It's arguably too good. I think Nisei undercosted this one. It's absurd strength, really good abilities, really low cost, 1 influence. It's so good. Okay, so this Parasite's going to eat this thing next turn. So we have a Rashida trigger. We'll now res the DBS. We'll try. Okay. Blame it on the mass. Think in this sense. Arguably. Yeah, okay, all that in quotes, sure. Okay, that's good. This is good. We're playing Netrunner. Let's go. What do we want here? We want the Jeeves for Purge. Maryland's really good, so we'll do the classic. Get the Jeeves down, and I'm going to put an ice in front of this thing, so when it dies, at least we have ice there. But they can always tank through this if they really wanted to. I forgot a mandatory draw. Actually, I think this is better. No, this is better. Should really fix that mouse, huh? Okay. Trash ice save credits? Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. I'll just trash the ice. That was silly. All right. They have a hippo, but they're slowing down for money. Yeah, so we goofed a lot of things. We didn't mandatory draw because we got way too excited about Rashida, and obviously that ice is going to die in like a click, so we should just trash the ice to save the credit. Changes nothing. It in fact goofs with the simul chip. It is worth doing that. Getting rid of iPad worse is good, yeah, but they've already triggered 2, I think. They don't have a breaker for this, so this crick will not fire. Oh, because they're going to Plongy Hippo it. Oh, man. Whatever, we have to give them something. Does this deck have Hostile? I don't think so. Do we have Hostile? I mean, you could purge the Plongy and the Parasite, buy you more turns. Yeah, we just drew too much, though. Oh, this is not good, but now we can purge. And install. Okay, so we're gonna dig back from this. We'll actually get an end the run there. So we have a bit of work to do. Unfortunately, when there are 4 points, these like medical breakthroughs are pretty bad, and they got our only other Yagi Uda. So like this SanSan's not doing that much. It's really not doing that much. Oh my god, Nobkuri is so good. Oh man, that's so good. This is so good. This is crazy. Quetzal, Pelongi, that's all they need. So we have to purge every turn. And we have to ice up all centrals. Cortex Lock does a lot of damage. I'm going to do the Cortex Lock. So what's our worst ice here? Ingram. 10 agendas def raises the likelihood of this kind of game. Yeah, this is not a good draw. I guess way too many agendas way too soon. We have a DBS going, so it's going to get a lot better now. But we need to draw into, like, it would be so much better if this was a medical breakthrough, obviously, because then we have 4 points in hand we can score. But they score our 2 other agendas. So we have Philotic that we can score out, which would be good. Oh, wow, Philotic would be lethal. Approaches archives. Oh, wait, sorry, this isn't scrolling. There's another hippo. Okay. Okay. Wait, they died of Philotic here. It's never Philotic. I'm going to take the political dealings. Oh, we could have triple installed there. I'm scared of Hippo. SanSan is not unique, but it's a region, right? Okay. Why do so many people not drop against Jinteki? I don't know. Yeah, it's hard. They really should be. The Philotic, like, is a very niche threat as a one of, but like what's SanSan on the table? That's install medical breakthrough. I'm not brave enough, but I think you're right. Yeah, if we get rid of one, we're so good. Okay, hold on. What do we have here? And so now we can political and score any agenda, because political dealings let alone. Fuck. This is bad. Their meme deck does not work if they can't run open servers. It can if they have like a Contaminate or a third Pelongi. Oh, Imp 2 is really good. They only have 2 clicks, so they only run one of these. Gotta res it. At least we can repair it. And hopefully we score an agenda here and then team sponsorship does everything back, but we can't purge. There's a chance he actually could add the 4/2s that do virus stuff in this deck. 3x Pelongi gave me palpitations. It's good. It is something. What do they bring down? The SanSan here? They imp a SanSan? Or they just imp a card so they see deeper? Oh, Nobakuri gives them 2 medium tokens. Yeah, cool. They trash the imps and team spawn. They go back, see 3 cards. How many do we put on the bottom of the deck? I don't think enough. But we can't top deck the Philotic. Okay, they're on game point. This is cool. This is cool. Vanilla. Ooh, I think we actually do need the vanilla. So we have to hold off for 1 turn. Okay, so installing things. Team sponsorship. We'll install Enigma on R&D. We'll install this on R&D. For what it's worth, the vanilla is actually probably pretty good because I don't know if they're running real barriers. And if they cancel this, they can't cancel the next thing. Oh, but Parasite, never mind. Yeah, okay. Score and win, double ice R&D with team sponsorship? Yeah, I don't know if we win. But again, like, Philotic off the top is a win. Like, they could run HQ here. They probably should. And then we'd lose. Oh, they have a Black Orchestra in the bin, too. Oh, that's bad. They run R&D and win. Yeah. So we don't win here. But maybe we should have laid out the other SMCG. Yeah. Oh, boy. So many options. I actually don't know what to call here. It doesn't really matter. Fire all? Okay. Data sucker paperclip. So actually calling program would have been bad. So they're gonna see 5. Over under on the amount of Surfer? I don't know if you need Surfer. I don't even think Surfer's that good in the modern meta. Surfer's always been as good. I don't think that this changed anything. Alright, so they're gonna see 5 cards. Yeah, we need a CVS in here for sure. Oh boy, medium. What's the chance I'm gonna be really upset playing against medium for a couple months? So for what it's worth, GG. Felt bad. They get the CVS in there. Yeah, that's bad. That's really bad. There's not much we can do about that. We had the win con. I don't think we drew particularly well, but like it was not impossible for us to snowball out there. I think we did misplay. I think we jammed the medical breakthrough on the naked board maybe like 5 turns ago when it was very obvious they weren't contesting the board. We could have actually scored out. So that's on me. Like I did not push the win con enough. An early Jeeves obviously would have been good. We didn't get it too late. But that's definitely a pretty big deal. That draw felt bad, but also, yeah, we need to be aggro. Yeah, I think the draw was not good, but I don't think I played that hand good. So I think we can run that back for sure. They didn't respect Philotic, which is a 1 in whatever, so I don't know if you need to. But yeah, political dealings early would have been good. Yeah, okay. I feel like we can definitely do better than that. Yeah, medium. Okay, so for what it's worth, Hearthstone did something similar to this. Like Hearthstone had this like mix up, I think it was this year or last year, where they brought back like some of the strongest cards from all the history of Hearthstone and they put them in Hearthstone for a couple months. And if I'm not mistaken, people were like really upset with it. Like it just kind of got boring and tedious because it's the same sort of thing where you're just going to see this strong stuff over and over again. Because obviously we're the strongest cards, they're still going to be pretty strong probably. I'm not saying that's the case. I'm interested to see whether people are going to be like fed up of medium again. Because I was fed up of medium when medium rotated. Like I was happy medium rotated. I'm honestly not thrilled that it's back. What is this thing even called? Salvaged? Hearthstone's so bad these days, sadly? Yeah, in a lot of extent. It's, in a lot of ways it is not great. It's just too expensive. If the game was affordable, yeah, it's fine. The Battlegrounds mode is actually really good. I'm a big fan of that. I figured I could race out a win on R&D. Yo, good game. And I just ignored the board, give the pace that was going. Yeah, I had 6 points in hand for most of the game. I think I needed to respond to Arizona. I needed to just jam on the board a bit more. Lunella just yells medium. That was in fact a terrible matchup for you though. Yeah, we could have teched a bit for a bit, but I think we just played it poorly. It's not great though. Not everyone has access to all the Hearthstone cards, unlike here where it's free. Oh, that's the biggest issue with Hearthstone is that you don't have access to the cards. Adam, okay, that's interesting. Maybe the logic is Cyberdeck, Sandbox, and Macrophage are the Rage ATM. Yeah, that's what I think. Like, it's kind of hard to play those cards when everyone's playing. Oh, this hand. When everyone's playing those things, right? Like, it's pretty difficult. But we're not that list. Okay, so Adam is running the basic stuff Adam generally runs. So it looks like they're going to trash the first thing that they hit. They're going to see the top of the deck. And they're not running the one that's good with E3 feedback implants. But this hand's so good. Prepaid Adam? Roseki Adam, you mean, right? Okay, so let's start jamming out. Let's get, if they hit this in HQ, they have to trash it. That's pretty good. This we want early, this we want early. And in theory, we could consider icing up R&D with the engram. It kind of helps them though, because it keeps their hand size down, which is what they want turn 1. Pre-Zeki Adam. The Vancouver Gauntlet. Am I just running through everyone from Vancouver today? House Hippos for Andre. Oh shit, okay, let's go. Oh, Miss Bones. Oh, fuck. Yeah, Vancouver doesn't fuck around. Right, I let him see lots of next dice. Please. So they have to trash the SanSan City Grid. Oh, they reveal SanSan City Grid in HQ? They have to trash it and access a Mamba Temple. So they have to trash this one at least, which is 5 credits. So that's going to come off the Miss Bones. Wow, that's really good. Miss Bones is so good. Who won the last one? We lost. We have to trash the SanSan problem. Oh, no worries. It's only 5 to trash. Bones only works on installed cards? Oh, wait a second. Wait a second. Hey, you're totally right. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, the game. It doesn't change anything because they can still wipe with Miss Bones off the table, but yeah. Yeah, that's why no prompt. Okay, cool. RTFC, huh? Doesn't have the money to trash SCG. No, they did. Oh, right. Yeah, because they installed Miss Bones first. Excuse me. Yeah, okay, we're good. So they don't have to trash any of these things because they've already accessed a card. Right. Yeah, totally. Okay, this is a mess. We know what we're doing. So Mistbone's now up to 12 counters used for trashing installed cards, so they can bring this Maryland down for free, which they probably do. That's good money for us. And then what else do we have? We have a Temple, which they only have 1 click left. So if they run the Temple, we'll just go ahead and res the Bailey Business Show. Back, okay. You're both very good at this game, thank you. So we're just gonna res this. Sometimes you won't do this just so that they don't get information on what this card is, but we'll res it for 1 credit cheaper. Because we're gonna res it anyways, I think. And they know what we're drawing, so this is kind of cool with Daily Business Show that we can draw either of these cards. And hopefully we can tax out Mistbones, I don't know. Jeeves or Rashida? I'd rather have the Jeeves here. The Rashida's obviously very good, and we could do Rashida behind Engram. Hopefully draw out a Logic Bomb. That's probably actually right. I don't know how good this is on a remote, but we really need her to fire. All right, let's go. Yeah, Rashida seems good here. Jeeves is always good. But like, we kind of need that burst. Ooh, Brain Chip early. Low tempo, does nothing. Now they're gonna go hit and hit and hit this, which they can't trash. At this point, they should just run R&D, right? Like they 100% know what this card is. Oh, that's not true. It could be either of these. So, okay, no, that's not true at all. They know the top of the deck. Logic Bomb is really scary when you think you can push and you can't. They don't have to trash what they access. They still have 6 on Bones. So that's a Mamba Temple. Man, we need to, do you know what we need to put in this list, Rob? We need to drop one of our HB stuff, and we need to start putting, what's her name back in? The shoulder carrying lady. You know what I mean. Oh, they're paying 1 for this. Malia, yeah, we need to put Malia in here. Malia is so good. Malia works against Bones. Malia just hurts people. Go. I like Malia a lot. Malia versus Adam? Well, Malia can't blank virtuals. Malia versus Class Act? Yeah, that's pretty good. Especially if you can draw res it before they draw. They have no money though, so this is going to be really interesting. They traded everything to keep the board down. Oh, looks like there's an agenda on top. Hopefully it's one of these. It's usually not. Okay, clicking for credits. Wow, we have a 3rd temple. We actually didn't need to do this. Oh, I did that wrong. Whatever, I fixed it. We have a thimble rig. Okay. So we'll probably just protect up centrals and advance this once. They get it. It's kind of really bad for us. Like, it really is really bad. But now their hand size is good, so that's way better for them. So we'll put this on our HQ. I can't afford it. Click for credit. This feels really bad. I don't think I'm playing this right. Miss Bones isn't 100% enough of a target. Miss Bones is so good. Daily Cast, that's good. And they drew a multi-threader, which is a slow value card, but a lot of times they just throw that out, right? This could be a really big deal. If we have to really place it well, though. Malia versus Citadel Sanctuary? Yeah, that's true. That is a really fun one if that lines up. Where they keep the tag. R&D already has ETR? Oh yeah, but the idea is like maybe they'll run Archives because they have to run this before running a remote anyways because of RP. If they hit the Excalibur, we're in a really good spot. And they can't Logic Bomb the Excalibur, so they actually need a way to deal with Excalibur. Maybe putting on Archives is straight wrong, but gotta go somewhere. MT is often sacked, yeah, by the thing that draws things. Isn't Adam incentivized to run HQ? To some extent, but not always, because they're forced to spend money out of their card pool if we keep stuff in hand. But you're right, HQ pressure is real. They just drew a Rozeki, okay. So here goes most of our money, but we get a Rashida back. And I think we need the Rashida. And we might be okay. At least now these are scoreable from SanSan. Daily Cast giving them 2. They have Rozeki in hand. They have Caddy Jones. There's that emergent creativity. Throwing out the multi-threader. Let's see if they get an Ngolo down or... Yeah, there you go. Ngolo for 2. So that's most of their turn. Ngolo can deal with Excalibur for what it's worth. One of the few ways to deal with. And Rozeki. So they actually can get through almost all their ice. In fact, all their ice. So we'll see some HQ pressure probably out of Thyke after we draw from this. Oh boy. That's really bad. They can run HQ and win. So what's our turn? I want to do install. We provoke an HQ run, which is a problem. I want to get this on the table so we can score this out of hand. Well, this is expensive, so we have to get this down too. So I think we can draw once. Oh, fuck. This doesn't have prison elements. This is all tempo. I wish we had some prison elements. Because if we don't do anything, oh man. Oh boy. Gamble was good. What did they draw last turn? Yeah, we can lose right here. Have we drawn DN yet? What's DN? Too many Gendies. Whoops. We should know what this is. Sure, Gamble. Hold on. Rozeki. Oh, I don't know, event. These nuts. Fuck off. Nice. Got him. Oh boy. What is the agenda in the score area? This is a Yagi Uda. It's largely a rank through 2. Ooh, they have an event in hand. They're willing to pay 4 credits to protect. What is that? So we could... Oh, I guess we can't lose here. It could be pretty bad. Flower Sermon? That's pretty bad. Anger Flash, okay. Yeah, so this is just a 3-2 that if you over advance, it has a relevant ability sometimes. Oh, it looks like there's an agenda here. Oh, I guess we lose. Angola should be an AI? Yeah, I think so. I don't think it would be... I think it'd be reasonable if it was. Swap it? No. Good game. These old cards going to be legal for standard in 2021? No. When the new 2021 standard set comes out, these cards are going to rotate. Yeah, they're not. I don't think we win here. Don't give up. Bondre feels bad, man. Do you remember the last one where we didn't give up and then we lost? That was the only important. That was the only part of that whole game I remember is the fact that we lost. So I'm like really worried of like jamming out a Sundew here because then it puts pressure onto HQ. Well, they could always just run Thimblerig for 1. Like their economy keeps up with that relatively well. So I don't know what we do here. Like another England flush, fine. But like, we need 8 credits to score out. Actually, a bit less if we keep this on the table. I think we need this. Like, that's such a bad turn, obviously. Medical is a 2-2 at the moment. Did not realize that. That's actually a really big deal. Score the medical off FCCG. Oh man, I don't think we had the money because we could res this. Oh yeah, we actually could have. Okay, so we should have scored that obviously because we're gonna lose. So I guess we lose anyways. Yeah, we could have scored this thing for sure. Yeah, that's my bad. I don't think it's gonna do enough, but it gets it out of hand, which is more important. Yeah, I threw that. I definitely threw that. Yeah, good game. Good game. That's so rough. I guess we're halfway through our deck and we're like 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 agendas in. That's not that far off curve. I'm so not used to like running this many 2-point agendas. It feels like so many. So we should have scored that AIA here, but like I don't think we had a series of draws here that get us out of it. The fact that like an early Miss Bones just absolutely destroys this deck. I don't know. It's always been like the feeling I've had with these sort of RP decks, right? Like our win con is about getting a board. And we have no way to punish that if we don't have a board, right? Like our scoring behind ice strategy is incredibly weak. It's incredibly weak because our ice is not good. Sometimes you'll see one of these decks run like a big Chiashi or a single Anansi, something like that. So they do have a scoring plan if they need to in a remote, if things get carried away. But if people trash everything, you have no there's no like counter. There's no like reprisal of sorts. Like you don't have hard-hitting news. You don't have anything like that. And we can maybe make some sort of tempo plays where like you jam behind something, and that works. But our agendas are just so not good on tempo, as opposed to like a CTM deck that can score not a Beal, but like I don't know, 3-1. Great. It's good. Meantime to hostile the runner out. So one thing that's hard to quantify is that from my perspective, you install very safely. I install very safely. I think that's totally true. So I'm playing very safely where I could have naked install agendas. The issue though is like I think even if we naked install and score agendas, like I was just tunneling on SanSan, which isn't good. But if I naked install agendas again, none of these agendas do anything, and I don't think we have the economy to keep up with that. Maybe we do on the back of team sponsorship. Done eating breakfast at cybertime for cybercrime. Take care. Hey, Ludmilla, enjoy the cybercrime. Let's give it one more chat. We can also naked install and then not score them. That's true. You can leave them, and like we've res everything, so you know what you don't have to run. Also, like so far we haven't seen the turtlebacks do anything. And hostile only works, I think, if you have bioethics in it, because also we can't afford the hostiles unless we do the breaker big grid and all that sort of stuff. Salvaged Memories, runner, corp. I remember this deck. I think the Reddit mentioned you just have to be brave when you flood. Yeah, Dave, how's it going? I think that sounds right to me, right? The thing is, like, if we just install 3 things, it's 2 turns in a row. Can they run all 6? Probably not. Medical makes medical faster. Yeah, medical is the only good one. Well, that's not true. The 4-2 sermon's actually really good. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. It doesn't feel like CTM. CTM feels really mean. CTM feels really mean. It's weird, like you compare the CTM tax to like, you know, the fact that you have to clear your tags through some mean or pay like 3 to 4 credits, as opposed to like running a central server with RP, and one of them just seems more fair to people, even though they're like pretty comparable abstractly. Why not Sandberg? In this deck, we don't have any money. But for what it's worth, Sandberg is not that great modernly, right? Like, okay, let's talk about Sandberg. What we run into? We ran into Plongi, and I'm not saying this is the meta, but we ran into Quetzal, Plongi, E3. Okay, Sandberg, all you want. It doesn't really matter. What else are we going to run into? Boomerang. It's not going to matter. You're going to run into Geist. It's not going to matter. So, like, yeah, maybe it's a pocket condition of your deck, but I think against most meta decks, Sandberg won't do enough, let alone if you get to the point where it actually matters. Like, I don't know. Gemming a naked medical seems worthwhile. Yeah, I think forcing them to steal the medical also is like really good. So that's why installing it's really good. Because if they steal it, we're happy. I think that's true. I need to get rid of those. Okay, Haley, this should be fine. Opening hands, good enough. We'll keep this. Thanks, you too. Oh man, there was a big part of me that was excited to never have to play against medium again. So I want to really see how I feel like in 3 weeks. Okay, so against Haley, a lot of times will set up early. You got your procos, you got your double installs. I don't know what an aggressive Haley looks like, so we can get some stuff on the table. So we'll put that in a remote. We'll get that in a remote, and sure, why not, Jeeves? This protects here. We can know a bit more about our ice placement once they play medium. We'll be okay. They might have Claude, but for what it's worth, Flower Sermon and Political Dealings does play around Claude, because you can install the agenda on the corpse turn, and so Claude doesn't work. It's a bit more aggressive than I thought they'd be. Whoa, fuck. They trashed the Jeeve, the Rashid on top of it. I'm gonna tilt. Okay, they got the daily business show. That probably goes down. Medium feels way more fair with the Cyber Whale agenda. I hear you, but like not everyone plays that agenda. And now it's like, that's the thing, is like, it's gonna, like, okay, that agenda was already on the cusp of being too good. Like an auto include, like you're seeing decks that are running no additional support to that agenda, like no CVS, no macrophage, no whatever purge card. They were running Cyber Deck Sandbox, which kind of shows that's probably one of the strongest 4-2s. And if the game has a neutral card that's better than anything in faction, I think that's probably an issue. Like that's probably bad for the game. We saw that with SSL endorsement to some extent. Now, if medium and to a small extent Parasite are that much more popular, I'd assume that's a bad thing, because it's just going to encourage that 4-2 agenda again until it gets banned or whatever. Love people so often no trashing DBS. Yeah, DBS is definitely worth trashing, especially when they have 12 credits. All right, well, let's see how far this 12 credits go. Stargate, that's fine. That's totally fine. I do agree with that though. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's a great idea. Breakthrough, fine. Maryland team sponsorship. Missed Jeeves value? Oh, you're right. We did. My bad. I forgot I was there. I was monologuing. I keep the sermon over Flodic there. I think that makes sense because we can't do much with the Flodic, he says, until we kill the runner right here. So what do? They trashed, and now they're running the Rashida snipe. All right, we're going to tempo them for damage. This seems really bad too. Yeah, this would have been so much better to get the Flower Sermon. We'll do the Flodic to see what they hit. We hit a Croter and Beth. Croter's interesting. Now we can install something. So we're going to install... we can't afford anything. What was I thinking here? Or at least, actually, the Excalibur is interesting against Stargate. I think we just have to risk another Stargate turn. Although they don't bring this down. Yeah, we have no money. Ah, that was a really bad turn too. I'm not playing well. Cyberdeck Sandbox is very strong and is good in most archetypes. Yeah, it's like universally good. I don't even think you need support for it to be good. I've been rocking Macrophage with a cheeky sub boost. I think that's actually worst. Vincent, I think that you actually make the ice worse by doing that. Seems fun against medium, too bad Paperclip. Yeah, it's exactly. Paperclip is a problem. I think sub boosting the Macrophage is actually kind of bad. Because now you can break it way easier if you need to. Thimblerig, vanilla, turtleback. So they got rid of the turtlebacks. They're running server 7, which they know is Rashida. So we're just clicks taxing. And we have no money. So we're going to click for 3 install here. Oh, taking that to Jeeves. Okay, that's good. That's smart. Because now we can't even do that. We're going to be drawing a vanilla or Thimblerig. I'll take the vanilla. And we know they have a Corroder, so they can't simul-chip for it. Let's see if they pump Parasite. Sometimes there's a better tax against Link Runners, though. Yeah, but then they have the option still to trace. Oh, you're right, because they can't trace through it. Yeah, that's true. Meow. Somebody wants dinner. It's a cat. Excalibur from HQ. Checking whatever this is. They don't know what this is. A team sponsorship. Okay. Turtlebacks or Crick? I feel like a Turtlebacks is okay. The Crick is reasonable ice, but we have enough ice in our hand. Okay, so what's our turn here? I think we need to draw once. Clicking for credits is way too slow. That's good. I guess we'll res this. We really need a Mamba Temple or something. Oh, my mouse is not clicking consistently. There we go. Oh, she put her hand on my hand. Be like, hey, sir, it's dinner. It's dinner time. Hey, sorry, friend. In a bit. We've been feeding the cat a bit earlier than normal. We generally go for midnight, but then we're not sleeping early enough. Stargate, okay. Well, they know what this is. Say hi to Cat. Be important. Jennifer says hi. Yeah, she licks herself. She's just cleaning. I don't think it's something to do with you. NAH did rotate, yeah. All right, so they don't have money anymore. Political dealings. Honestly, another daily business show kind of sounds nice. Like, imagine they trash us in the early game. Like, how bad our HQ draw would be. Like, we've actually been a bit lucky. Like, we wouldn't have flooded, but you'd kind of see how important it is. It has a huge control of the game. And we just don't have money. And again, we have no good way to make money. Like Maryland, they can trash. We'd have to get like an Enigma and then what's it called behind it? Sundew. Going HQ? Probably checking 11. DBS is a kill on site for me? Yeah, I think so. Well, it's not that easy. Like there's some reasons why you wouldn't do it based off your economy. I'll play around some stuff, but yeah, largely. That's a cast. That's good for them. Drip economy with top of base ops. We're not going to res this now because we're hopefully drawing into a Sundew and then we'll ice that up. I think we'll get more value out of the Maryland and we can probably ice up the Maryland. I don't think we need to. I think we should ice up all our essentials. Not that we can res it. Yeah, that's not great. I don't know what I'm doing. I think we need this for the remote because it ends the run. We have to ice up archives. Hopefully we draw a crick at some point. This is an Excalibur. I don't actually have a reason to res it. I want this for a surprise. They take down our unres Maryland. We'll fine. I can't believe they're checking everything as opposed to setting up. Especially when they're like a simul chip away from... Yeah, okay. Hyperdriver, fuck. Cortex Lock, though, is kind of cool. Oh, they sold their Stargate. Wow, we got to pay attention. So what's on the table? It's sponsorship, SanSan, DBS. Okay. Okay, so that's an 8 credit play, 9 credit if we want to get there. So we can just click 2 here. That's probably fine. We'll be short of credit. 6, 7, 8. We could score it, but we can't double team sponsorship, which is kind of the ideal play here. Maybe they're just setting up to APOC. Yeah, honestly, yeah, I think you might be right that they could be on APOC, but at least with our Excalibur, it's going to slow them down a wee bit. Like they're going to need an Angolo or a Boomerang or something. Yeah, this could be APOC. Yeah, it definitely could be. This SMC is an issue though. We have to play around Clot. There's a simul chip. Okay, so now they can simul chip a Corroder in after they pawn like the Harbinger. This is a 3-2. Keeping is probably good. I like the Rashida though. They're not checking the table. We could just jam the 4-2 as well. That was their Hyperdriver turn? That didn't seem impressive. But they're going to get another 5 credits at the top of their next turn. So maybe I'll you know. Okay, so let's hope that they do something with their SMC. Where's our Hostile at? We don't have Hostile in this deck. And I don't think it's a mistake because we can't afford it. We don't have Bioethics. I don't think you play Hostile without that. If it's just like a APOC defense, maybe you can play one, but I feel like there's probably, I don't know. There's a Corroder. Okay, Stargate's probably going to come back here. This is also not good until they pop their SMC. Indexing, of course. Of course. Oh, that one's on me. So we don't have a shuffle effect here. So we can lose here. Indexing Stargate bold, yeah, right? So they rearrange the top 5 cards. They put it back in any order. They don't show us. Now, if they hit 2 agendas, we lose the game. What about the chances that I don't want to play against indexing ever again? Oh man, am I just going to tilt against all these new cards? Good game, I guess. This feels so bad. It's 4 points in a turn. Sure, it's single vanilla, but that just feels bad. Like that was normal Netrunner back in the day, but maybe we just need, you know, that repositioning time where you start playing your Mirages and your executive boot camps, but like that doesn't feel good. Oh, this is not a good start. Uh-oh. Excal and R&D versus basically everyone. You think? Indexing should have stayed dead. Yeah, I kind of believe it. Yeah, Excal and R&D is really good against indexing. That's something that we definitely should have considered. Like, I'm not playing around these cards. It was a genuine surprise for me to see it, and which is stupid considering I labeled this lobby casual. But like what we added to our deck, SanSan and Turtlebacks, and they're doing nothing right now, at least the way I'm playing. Hey, Nan, sorry, I'll feed you real soon, don't worry. But yeah, that just feels bad. Like, it doesn't feel earned. So like, okay, hear me out. This is me soapboxing. Nisei did a really cool thing, I think. And this card isn't played, and I don't know how to spell it. Oh, nailed it. Got that far. Hushik was like the new indexing, and Hushik did something very different. Hushik was a strong effect, a very strong effect, in some ways similar to indexing. The idea that I can almost guarantee, lol, an agenda. Back when people were owning 5/3s, a lot of people got burned by this. It can kind of guarantee an agenda, but it requires some setup. And I really like this sort of idea where the strong cards aren't strong turn 1. They're strong later into the game where players have a bit of a better chance to defend themselves. And indexing, in theory, you could not ice IRD turn 1. Indexing run. You could lose. In theory, you could lose if that happens. So that seems kind of wild. It's the same thing that we saw on Complete Image. And look, I don't know what's good Netrunner design. Obviously I don't. But like complete image has a really strong effect, but it's only relevant once a runner has stolen 3 more agenda points. And I think that's really relevant. I feel like if hard hitting news had that same text on it, and I'm not saying it should, because I think hard hitting news is definitely a very good card. Maybe less people would have like quit Netrunner at the time that they were tired of getting hard hitting news turn 1 against CTM like 2 years ago. I don't know. I don't know. I don't like that like really strong. I don't know. It's just such a strong event. I think I'm going. I don't know what I'm saying. Going sideways against 2 of the strongest central pressure cards might be questionable. Yeah, no, that's totally true. But the thing is, like, then can we just not go sideways? Then we all have to play Glacier decks? Maybe that's not a mistake. Maybe people like doing that. I don't know. Maybe we need to punish asset decks. That's fine. The problem is like us going sideways is like we were going sideways, but we were generating no threat. We were forcing them to do nothing, and we weren't scoring any agendas or setting any sort of win condition lock. So we weren't going sideways well. We were basically doing nothing, but also not icing centrals adequately. So like that's on us. But at the end of the day, if we put an Engram Flush there, doesn't matter. If we put an Excalibur, probably matters. Maybe they can get an Angola through it. But we put an Engram Flush, it doesn't matter. If we put an Enigma there, it doesn't matter. So we need to put 2 ice, and even then they just get money. I don't know. Indexing Hostile were the 2 that jumped out at me. Well, that seems like a mistake. Hostile Infrastructure. I thought Excal was closer to the indexing power level. The thing is with Excalibur too is like the thing that I didn't like about Excalibur, and Excalibur was kind of legal not too long ago, is that Excalibur really incentivizes kind of parts of Netrunner I think people don't like. Excalibur incentivizes everybody playing Ngolo, right? And like I think everyone playing Ngolo is really boring, but this is a really good reason to play Ngolo. If Excalibur is in every deck, there's almost no reason not to play Ngolo. Not only is it a really good breaker for the cost, not only is it incredibly flexible, it deals with Excalibur, which you might need to deal with. The same thing with Boomerang or Amakua. It incentivizes these incredibly strong cards that are very flexible. At least Boomerang is a bit more interesting, as much as it does invalidate Big Ice to some extent. At least it has a bit more play to it, as opposed to maybe like David E3 feed impacts, E3 feed implants. But like, yeah, now you're just gonna see Ngolo everywhere if that's a big deal. 1000% agree with the analysis. Netrunner has always had a problem with their early game being incredibly volatile. I think that kind of card design would help with that. Also like the argument that breakers should be more disposable. Yeah, to some extent, right? Maybe that's kind of what Boomerang is, but not exactly. But everybody's playing Boomerang in ETC anyways, yeah. It has to be said, you can play a regular good deck and it's still competitive against Salvaged Memories decks. I've tried. I 100% believe that to some extent. It's dependent on what the deck is, right? Like any of the tour guide heavy decks, I think they're gonna have to reconsider what they're doing now that those are that popular. I feel like just like the good stuff, Cyber Sandbox, like Paulina and even Ag Infusion stuff, maybe with Excalibur that's even better. But I feel like that stuff is really good just because you have all the virus tech anyways, and like what does it matter? Maybe now they can Boomerang E3 feedback implants or Nancy, but like that's not that big of a deal. Boomerang with E3 feels bad. I don't even think Boomerang, like if you're just having Boomerang in your deck, I don't think you add E3 feedback implants to it. I think you have to work harder on it. Breaking a third subroutine almost never matters, barring a Nancy. Gold Paint is enough incentive for everyone to play Ngolo. Yes, yeah. The Excal was a mistake. Yeah, the Excal was 100% a mistake. I should put that on R&D, but I think that just makes us lose slower. Anywho, Maddie fell asleep, and so Nanako's having a really hard time to be like, guys, this is dinner time, and he's doing a thing, and you're asleep, and I don't know who to talk to. Spiderweb? Yeah, to some extent, but like, that's fine. You run Paperclip, right? Anywho, it's 11:40. Losing slower sometimes is equivalent to winning. Yeah, that's all it's been tonight, is losing slower, hoping it's winning. I just like having Big Eyes having their strengths blocked. Yeah, I agree with that. SanSan Interstation has been some fun. So that's what I also don't get, right? Like we talked about this. I don't understand SanSan Interstation where Lacosta seems to do the same thing, barring scoring 3-2s out of hand. But I don't know. I think Jemison seems really cool. Jemison seems really, really cool. Oh, man. I'm interested to see what this does to Netrunner. Like, are we going to have more people who are like, I don't want to play Salvaged Memories, and they're just playing on JNet, not playing Salvaged Memories? But Salvaged Memories is standard. So like you don't have the option to avoid it if you don't want to play it. And I wouldn't be surprised if a fair bunch of people don't want to play against medium anymore. Interestingly enough, talking about Kenny's Simon Moon's like throwback to Netrunner. In the first video, he's talking about like people's reviews and analysis. Oh, now the cat's knocking stuff over. I can't stay too long. Talking about people complaining in the early days of Netrunner and be like, oh, you played Account Siphon. Oh, I can't believe you play Account Siphon. You're a dick. And like, that's a personal attack, right? Like the game would be better if you didn't play Account Siphon, which I understand where they're coming from, but like, You know, the count siphon is the game. And whether people are going to feel that same way about like replaying these cards, these new cards, but I feel like the validity of the format is something that's going to draw more ire than the card themselves. Be like, oh, this is a throwaway format, or I don't know. You can't FA42s with SanSan Audacity though. You can, can't you? Kind of hope JNet keeps standard and adds Salvaged Mem. Yeah, I don't think they will, Rob. I kind of hope they do to some extent, but I don't think they are because they're added to standard. Yeah, reintroducing standard card pool, so that kind of solves it. Both are regions, so it's not that good, but an HB with Game Changer would be so strong. Oh, you can't do it because of Rebirth. Okay. Right. SanSan compete against La Costa Grid. Yeah, you can't. You can't. They're both regions. 100%. Yeah, I think the HB Game Changer stuff will like use SanSan. Some of the combo decks really didn't care. With Game Changer is good if you score multiple agendas in the same turn, but like a lot of the combo decks might include SanSan, but I feel like just doing calibration testing is better because you can't res that thing for free and you can't use it once. I think Noah's independent from Nisei. I don't know. I think Nisei like runs Netrunner DB now, and JNet, I'm not sure. I don't know. Okay, the cat's really knocking stuff over, so I'm gonna have to wrap it here. But we'll be back next week. I think I'll do a video about this on the weekend. I'm pretty sure I'll be able to. If not, sometime next week to talk about it and go through all the cards and what you can do with it. But that's largely it. I had a actually pretty good time today, as much as I'm getting salty about some stuff. I'm really happy we haven't played against Next Dice just yet, but that will never happen if you just play Corp. Stop knocking stuff over, you little menace. I gotta go feed a cat. Do you think maybe JNet is trying to gather info to help sign new cards? Oh, I don't think so. I don't know what the data analysis capture looks like on the JNet side. I think they just needed to mix up the meta because people were probably getting a bit bored because the meta is going to be the same for a while now. Anywho, that's it for here. Thanks everyone hanging out in chat. Everyone played games against. Everybody watching the VOD. Hopefully you're having a good enough time. That's a weird sign off. We'll be back in a bit. I'm on holiday as of next week. Maybe we'll stream a bit more often. I got to figure out what the schedule looks like, but we have 2 weeks off work, which makes that obviously a lot easier. Take care, y'all. You're all wonderful, and hopefully you're having a good enough time with, hopefully you have holidays. If not, well, maybe it's still good. Ciao. Okay, she's really not